cigars, they light the flame. Cigars in hand, never playing tame. And pour the whiskey, let it burn real slow. On the Real Smoke Podcast, the stories flow. Guess they're rolling with a spark in their eyes, talking life's truths and throwing lies. Laughter crackles like a fire alive. Cuba to Kentucky, they always thrive. Real smoke rises in the air tonight. Whiskey's bold, they keep it tight. Stories spark like a flaming glow. Mick and Charles stealing the show.
Welcome to the Real Smoke Podcast with your host, Mick and Charles, the podcast that's all about real people, real cigars, and real smoke. Coming to you live from the Real Smoke Virtual Cigar Lounge, bringing you the best of cigars, whiskey, and all the good times in between. It's more than just a podcast, it's a community of cigar lovers. So grab your favorite smoke, pour a drink, and join us as we dive into all things cigars, whiskey, and just having a damn good time. This is the Real Smoke Podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 38 of the Real Smoke Podcast. We are your host, that dude over there, that sexy mofo with the big old beard. That is Mick, and the one that is over here is Charles. And we are going to be the people that like to lead you through the story that we've got going on tonight. But before we do that, let's talk to our family over at the Cigar Vault.
Hey, Real Smoke family, it's Norm from the Cigar Vault, Oakdale, a small boutique shop located outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. You can find us in store or online at www.thecigarvault.com. Today I'm going to talk about these two lovely re-additions to the humidor. We have the Cigar with No Name from Paustania Cigars, and then we also have a reintroduction to the Ezekiel, the Shepherd, from Paustania. This was a collaboration between Mike and Matt Booth. Both cigars are fantastic. They're both back in stock, live on the shelves. Again, super appreciative of all of you at the Real Smoke and your crowd. Keep putting some good smoke up in the air. Look forward to seeing you all.
Awesome. Huge thanks to Norm and Miguel and everybody over at the Cigar Vault. And by the way, those are some fantastic cigars that he just got back on there. The Cigar with No Name. I mean, that's a good one. And it's kind of weird. He's smoking something by Paustania. Just saying. We'll talk about that later.
I think, yeah, Norm's pick of the night, but we'll get into that a little bit later, man. How you been, man? How's the week going?
It's sad.
Yeah?
Yeah. My whole childhood just freaking died this week. Malcolm and Jamal Warner. Cosby.
Yeah.
Ozzy. And today, freaking Hulk Hogan. My childhood just got buried this week.
And R.I.P. to some great ones, man. Yeah, I agree with the Cosby Show. I did watch that a lot growing up, but man, Ozzy, I know there's been a lot of tributes put out this week and a lot of words I probably can't be as eloquent with as I've seen online, but that is my childhood, man. When I first found rock and roll, I found Black Sabbath and Ozzy, and man, there's just so many great memories with that. And yes, I'm no longer a wrestling fan, but I know we have some out there. I'm no longer a wrestling fan, but man, real wrestling was when Hulk Hogan was out there, man. Andre the Giant, Hulk Hogan. It was it's sad, man. It really is.
I mean, okay, so if you go through the order, out of the least of them, it was the Cosby Show. But growing up, it was one of those things. Even recently, if you needed a laugh, the Cosby Show was something good, and he was a great actor. And to find out that the way he passed, the way it happened,
yeah,
I mean, that was tragic in itself. But then you go Ozzy, and they put so much emphasis, a month ago, 3 weeks ago, about he had his last concert, and he was out there, and he was out there in a chair, because he could barely sit up, but yet he was out there singing, and trying his best. And he made a comment that he wanted his last one to be his funeral because he did not want people to be upset when he passed. And then come to find out 3 weeks later, he passes. I mean, he did his own eulogy. He did his own funeral at that one. And then when you go to, I mean, there are very few icons of wrestling that are bigger than Hulk Hogan. I mean, whether it was Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, or Sting back in the 80s, that's what got me into wrestling as a little guy. And to come to find out that all three of these great actor, performer, musicians all pass in the same week.
Yep.
I told my wife, I said, my childhood just got shot tonight.
It scares me the most because I know it's that old wives' tale or that old saying or whatever, but after Ozzy passed, I'm like, who's going to be the third? There's going to be a third big name. And everybody's like, stop it, man. And then today I actually had somebody tell me like at lunchtime, I'm like, no way, come on. So I get back on Google it real quick. I'm like, holy shit, Hulk Hogan. So yeah, super sad. Super sad. I
woke up and went to the office to do some work today. And I thought that too when Malcolm Jamal Warner died and then Ozzy passed. And it's like, I told Jennifer, it's like, it comes in threes, right? And so, I mean, it's going to be somebody small, but these are the big guys, And then, I get to the office and my phone's going nuts. It's going ding, ding, ding. And it's every news app that I got. And it's people that I know that have been, that are in the wrestling fan group. And I just start looking into it and it's like Hogan died. The Hulk died. You cannot, you have to go check this out. This can't be real. And started looking into it. And, it was like different independent media things. And then when TMZ and Fox News came out at the exact same time and said that he passed, it was like, oh, it's true.
The one comment that stuck out to me above most in all of these, you always read the comments. I mean, you're lying if you say you don't. The comments are the best part of everything. Under Hulk Hogan's death today, everybody put, somebody go, please check on Dolly Parton. We haven't heard from her for a while. That scared me a little bit too.
I heard that too. See, I cannot say that, when we started talking about, who was going to be number 3, because it always happens in threes, as somebody from East Tennessee who lives out here where Dolly lives, it was because she has refused to do anything since her husband passed. She's not doing any like signings, any visitations. She's not doing concerts. She's not performing. She's already said she's not writing new music because she can't. It was like, that's the person that's going to die of grief next. And then come to find out it was Hogan. So, holy crap. So what do you got for your next one?
Man, you stole my big opener.
That was my big one. That was number 1 on mine.
How about that weather? I mean, honestly, we've never started out like old men. How about that weather? Jesus.
That's what I have to say about the weather in East
Let's just say
Tennessee
this.
Right now.
I was on a roof today, not as long as my guys, but being a supervisor, I have to show up for at least a few hours a day on the roof where they're working because you just don't want to be that guy sitting in the AC. You got to lead by example, lead from the front. That's what leaders do. But anyway,
I'm sorry. In East Tennessee right now, I want to be the guy that leads from the office with the AC. I'm just saying.
I took a temperature gun with me today. Give me one guess what you think the temperature was of the roof decking that we were replacing. 164.
Holy shit.
The roof decking that we were replacing. It's metal decking, but the roof decking we were replacing today was 164.
So when I looked at Memphis weather, because I look at what we have and what you guys have, and you guys were actual temperature 96-ish.
Yeah. Heat index of like 120.
Next week, our temperature here is 111, actual temperature. So whatever you have to deal with next Wednesday, stay indoors. Keep your guys indoors because that stuff is stupid.
That is, it's ridiculous. We should be done with that project by next week, but I've had enough. I'm a summer guy. I love warm weather because it I like being in a pool. I like having a cold drink in my hand, enjoying a cigar outdoors. I'm not saying I like working in it. Trust me, but
I like cooler
right,
weather, enjoying my
cooler.
time in a heated pool with a cigar in my hand. I want nothing with the. I want nothing to do with this 190-degree weather.
I like
freaking
hot
die.
weather when I'm on vacation with a drink in my hand, not when I'm working in it. It's not.
No, I'm
it's
good.
not great. So
That's why I go to
yeah,
Kentucky during the fall. It's nice. I can live with that.
And the last thing I got, and then I'm going to give it to you. Our numbers are almost where we wanted to hit by the end of our first year, man.
Nice. Where we
with
at?
This, we are at 4818. So we're like 170 away from 5,000 where we were when we got dropped before. Obviously, we never quite hit 5,000 before Boofy dropped us. And
In what, 4 months?
Yeah, in like 4 months. We're gonna hit 5,000, man, and another 100 and some followers. So if you're not following us on Instagram, hit that button. And YouTube, we are only 22 away from hitting. I know it's small numbers, and our guests tonight.
With our
have some
guests
great
coming
numbers,
up on here, they're going to be like, "You're really
They're-
at that? Why
they're
are we
probably-
on here?"
I shouldn't even say the number because they're going to bail out the back right now. They're going to do the old Irish exit bonus. But in less than a year, 300 followers, and I'm very happy with that, man. So we have like another month to get our fucking numbers up. We said from minute one, if we had 10 or 12 people that love watching us and subscribe and follow us daily, dude, we're up over 5,000. We're up over 100,000 views total. I mean, like we're a month. We're having fun with it, man. So
I will
love
say
it.
this: we might not be the biggest YouTube group. We have to be one of the best IG groups at doing anywhere from 70 to 100,000 views a month.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's killing.
We're killing it on IG. We just got to help get the YouTube stuff up. So, guys,
And
help us
TikTok.
out with that.
We're 2 weeks into TikTok, and we're up to almost 200 or 300 followers. And I think our guest tonight helped us with that a little bit too this week. But our views now are hitting average 300, 400, 500 views every time. So I know that's also tiny numbers, but for like 2 weeks into it, I'm fucking excited. It's pretty cool. So thank you, everybody.
Nice.
Keep hitting
Those
that
are
button.
rookie numbers.
And,
Get those numbers up. What are you talking about?
they are rookie numbers.
All right, so a couple things I got left on here before we start doing the what cigar we're smoking and bring our guest in, because the lovely couple that we have back there are sitting back there going, I wish these fuckers would go ahead and shut up and bring us on here. But Amy's over here laughing. She's dying. I love it. So I do have to say, check out the hat. Look at it. Look at it. It came
I
in.
mentioned it earlier, man. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful hat.
So I'm not somebody who rocks a flat brim hat too often. I usually get told that you look like a douche with it.
No, it looks good, man.
I
I like
agree. I'm 100%. This is my douche mode right now. So I'm not on. Hey, I'm also repping this brand right here. Do you want to pronounce that one?
Hi, Greg.
Yeah, there you go. Forte Libre Elise. So I got it for you. But this week's Hat Palooza is going to be the Tribal Trilogy flat brim hat over here. And on the back, it does say, choose your tribe. So that is their slogan that they have on there. So we will be posting that here shortly. We will post that sometime this week. I don't know if my mic has been on here, but I just actually brought it in for the first time. So I don't know if it's been hearing me or not. So
You sound better.
okay, so cool. So we will actually post this on there. And for any of our people on here that is either a whiskey brand or a cigar brand or an accessory brand or anything like that, you want to jump in on our Hat Palooza giveaway, all you got to do is reach out to us, and you have to send us 2 hats. One of them we're going to put on here, and we're going to advertise the brand. The other one we're going to give out to somebody in the audience, and we're going to do a giveaway and give it out to them to help spread your name, our name, and help give away to everybody out here. So this week coming up is going to be Tribal Trilogy, and I absolutely love this logo on here. And for a hat that I'm not a fan of, being a flat brim hat, I love the way this hat fits. It actually feels good.
I'm not just trying to suck up here, but I think it looks good on you. And number 2, I love that logo as well. It's awesome. And number 3,
Logo's amazing.
If we've done anything in our first year, we've chosen our tribe. So I love that, man. Fuck yeah.
So the last thing I have on here before we move over, because we're 15 minutes in, we're about 3 minutes overdue really quickly, is Cigar Army. Guys, if you haven't reached out to Cigar Army, their event is this week. It's actually this Saturday. They do still have tickets left. If you are interested in joining that event, please go check out Cigar Army 3 on Instagram. Go ahead and order your tickets. We will have a ad for them here a little bit later. So please go check them out. So Cigar Army, huge thanks. Let's jump into the chat really quickly. We do have Joseph Cook on here. I don't know that name, but awesome. Early Bird gets the shot. Shots? Are you giving shots? Shots? Okay, I'll take it. Smoking Psalms that says, I guess I'll have a beer. What's up, brother? One of the newest prospects for the TriStar Herb crew, all the way from New Zealand.
And our newest Patreon.
A newest Patreon, yes. We have TikTok mofo. Yeah, I know we were about 30 seconds late. Shut up, John. Joseph Cook says, let's go. We have South Georgia here. Joseph Cook is from South Georgia. Awesome. Smoking Psalms says nice. Deep South here. Deep South as in he's so south. He's really south. Yeah, really south. Enjoying National Tequila Day, having a smoke with it, ready for the show. What's up, everyone? From Angel of just avoiding work over from Psalmist right now.
Nice.
Leaving for the vault in the AM. Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Give the guys a hug from us and tell us we appreciate them. House Bourbon on here. What's up, House Bourbon? We know you are a huge follower and a great friend of Homer and Amy. I guess I've been in a chat when you have been, but hello everyone. RIP Hulk and Ozzy. What's up, House Bourbon? Chris Jenkins says, hey, House Bourbon. John says Cosby was great until the roofies. No shit.
A Jello pudding pop, man. They were great. I miss those. I kind of miss those.
Yeah, just whatever he was putting in that pudding pop.
Yeah.
That pudding. Smoking Song says, woke up to Hulk Hogan this morning. Yeah, that's horrible. When it rains, it doesn't just pour anymore. Bad things come in cycles of 4. Roger Rank. Oh, Lord. Don't say cycles of 4 because that means we got to think of somebody else. He just says it again. I think he likes to restate himself. Smoking Song says, Pastania Wojcik, limited edition, 2021, $75. Oh, my God.
We just had this conversation.
Jesus, yeah, mighty. I mean, good grief. 73 degrees Celsius for folks. Celsius is not normal, just saying. We got a bunch of things on here. He says it again. Pedro's on here. What's up, Real Smoke family? One of our sponsors on here. What's up, Pedro? We love you, brother.
Hey, real quick, Pedro. Pedro, if you're the only Hayes grade, listen, relay this to the brothers and sister. Working out the final details for the Western Tennessee Herb for August 30th, and I will get that to you soon. I should have just texted this to you instead of doing the air, but I'm this close to working out the final details. So just stand by.
Josephus says, do the YouTube things, like, comment, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. He says, like, share, subscribe. Oh, well, definitely agree with that one. Will the hat be clean prior to shipping? This one is my hat. The other hat is in my office right now, and it will be sent out clean as a whistle.
Where was John when we were giving all them props last year? Or last show. Where was John last week when we were giving all them props, man? I mean, it's crazy.
Josephus says, my hat has significant salt rings in about a week. And the hits keep coming. I mean, goodness gracious, they're talking on here. So before we do that one, we've got to go ahead and get out of the chats. Go ahead, guys, if you want to. We're going to go ahead and put up the banner right now. If you want to, go ahead and type in hashtag Real Smoke in the comments. If you do that, that will give you a chance to win either a $25 gift card from Beard Apothecary, a 3-pack sampler from Katie Cigars. I'm sorry, a $25 gift card to Cigar Vault Oakdale. My bad. A item from Beard Apothecary or a 3-pack cigars from Katie Cigars. If you go ahead and type in hashtag Real Smoke in the comments, go ahead and do that now. We have a lot of people in there jumping on there now. But really quickly, we need to go ahead and get into what we're doing. Guys, if you got questions and stuff, go ahead and post it in the comments. We will go into that later. But we do need to go ahead and talk about the cigar that we have tonight. Mick, are you ready to do the smoke in read?
Man, I'm ready.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So tonight's cigar is brought to you by Smoke Inn. Join the Smoke Inn Cigar of the Month Club and get 5 premium cigars delivered to your door every month. Discover hidden gems, classic favorites, and exclusive blends selected just for you. Use code RSNEW now to claim a free Smoke Inn torch lighter and a perfect cutter. And just from my side of the house, their cigar, the 5-packs they send every month are top notch. And yeah, you should definitely check them out. They're awesome.
All right, Mick. So tonight's cigar is...
So if you'd asked me 2 weeks ago, I'd have said it's completely wrong, but I think it's the Pastania Cigars, San Andreas wrapper, Mexican
Shut
San
up, John.
Andreas. Binder, Ecuadorian Habano, filler, Nicaraguan and Dominican. Can't see that coming. Price $14. And again, that's brought to you by the Smoke Inn Cigar of the Month Club.
And you can get yours at the Cigar Vault Oakdale because they have these in stock.
Of
So
all words to mess it up on. Come on.
Nicaraguan. I mean, awesome. All right, so we are about to bring to the stage our guest for tonight. It is none other than Homer and Amy. Make sure you guys turn on your mic, but they are the host of the YouTube awesome show, Deck Night on the Rocks, where they talk about whiskey, bourbon, and everything in between. What's up, guys? How's it going?
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening,
I will say,
sir.
I will say, I know we're so happy to have you on. I've been excited about this one for a while. I literally listen to 2 or 3 cigar podcasts usually a week. But you guys, I really don't miss your content. Like I follow yours. I just became a bourbon guy. Like what, Charles? Within the last 6 months, I've always been a tequila guy. I've always been a tequila guy. I love rum with cigars. Bourbon for the longest time reminded me of Jack Daniels because I had so many bad experiences growing up with Jack Daniels in the woods, and it was really terrible. Now I'm realizing not everything tastes like Jack Daniels, and a lot of it's because of the content you guys put out and kind of led me in the right direction. So I just want to say thanks
we're
for
not
being
19
on.
anymore.
And you need to drink something that's not old number 7 because
Exactly.
That's what we puked on.
Just like myself and Dave from House Bourbon, we're a couple of Tennessee squires, and we don't drink Jack Daniels number 7 unless it's in Coke.
Well, that's because we were all young and we all just, that's what we could get our on, and we puked our fucking guts out.
So I'm not the
Can't
only
drink
one.
anymore.
I'm not the only
You're
one.
not the only one.
No.
That's awesome.
And that and Jim Beam, right?
Yeah, Dave from
Yeah.
House Bourbon, are you still here? And if you are, where does Jack Daniels old number 7 belong? Put it in the comments. He'll tell you. He knows.
I will flash that up as soon as they do that. But I will say I have known Amy just a little while longer than I've known Homer. By the way, Amy, if you don't remember, because anytime we're in a chat,
we met in a park.
Anytime that we're in a chat, you're like, "Who's Charles?" And
I do.
Homer has to
And I'm
go,
like, oh,
listen, do you
okay.
remember who he is? Calm down. Calm down, lady.
I got you.
Right.
We met in a park and we talked about Sonic.
Yeah, there we go. We did. All right. So
That's so random.
yeah.
Everybody put that in their mind.
Yeah, there you go. So got to meet Amy actually a couple of years before I met Homer, and got to meet Homer at a cigar lounge, and got to
In
talk
Maryville.
with them for quite a while. And in Maryville, yeah. And it was actually a great experience. Love meeting both of them. And if you want to talk about some of the people that are the most down home, traditional kind of Southern Tennessee kind of people. You know,
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
that's a good thing because you're not pretentious. You're not self-absorbed. You're laid back, relaxed, and willing to communicate with people. So it was something that I enjoyed talking to. My wife loved it. My wife loved it as well. So.
Oh, and your wife is a hoot too.
Well,
she's
Dave
awesome.
responded. He put it down there and House Bourbon said where Jack Daniels belongs in Coke.
So we were going to smoke a cigar with you guys, but we didn't know which one we should smoke. So we have 4
All right.
of
So
them.
what do you got?
So you guys got to tell us which one to do.
So I'm going to have to show you because I can't even read this shit. So one of our members, Mike Osborne, sent us these. He's probably not watching, but I got to give him credit. The one, it's a Fuente Rosado Gran Reserva. Yeah,
That's a good cigar.
All right. Okay, we acknowledge that one. Then we got AV. Avo.
Yep.
Uvenzia. That guy.
Hey,
sounds
Mick.
Sounds like me. Yeah, go ahead.
Somebody sounds like you talking. Just
I
like
love it. Love this guy. I love this guy.
Perdomo Reserve.
Reserva. Yeah.
Champagne 10th anniversary.
All right. So that, okay.
And the last one is an Olivia Series
Oliva?
V. Yeah,
Series V.
Not Olivia.
Olivia.
It's
Whatever.
Oliva.
I'm from East
So
Tennessee.
are you
That's
smoking?
Olivia.
Are you sharing one or are you
Yeah, we're
smoking
just gonna share
different?
one.
All right. So if I was picking for Amy, I would either go Oliva or I would
love that you
go.
know there's a difference.
Yeah, I would either go Oliva or I would go with probably the second one that you picked. If I was going for what you would smoke, I would probably pick the champagne.
You mean the
just
weakest
because-
shit, right?
The weakest one is the Perdomo champagne. It is
That's why you're picking it for me.
That's why I'm picking it for you, because I know
Honestly,
your palate. You want
with
something that's not going to be overpowering. Amy's palate is a little different. So
I've picked. We're gonna go with the Avo Uvazizuz. That one.
Okay, I will say
That's
that I'm
the one
not a
you
fan
said
of
for
that
Amy,
one.
right?
No, that I would say the one I would pick for Amy would be the Oliva.
Okay, well, we're gonna do Oliva then.
Yeah.
Let me put that back in its sock. It's cock sock.
There you go.
The Oliva is what I would pick. Period. Out of those, like they're all solid cigars, but the Oliva I would pick for you guys. It's a good mild. Okay, I can't say mild. It's like more of a medium, but it's a good balance.
You just smell the foot. What do you smell off the foot?
Cow shit.
Do that again. Exactly. Okay. That is a huge. Yeah.
That's what we look.
I
for.
get that off that one too.
That's what you want to smell, right?
Manure, hay, barnyard. Yeah.
Manure, hay, barnyard. Probably a slight like earthy chocolate.
So Amy and I did a video 2 years ago. It was a Blue Run video,
Right.
Blue Run, and then at the end of it, we did our bottle haul for the month, which we've separated that stuff since then. But we smoked a Buffalo Trace cigar, and when I first smelled, I mean, for me it wasn't, but what the hell do I know? So I smelled it, and I was like, "This smells like buffalo shit." So
It
that's
does.
all. I mean,
one of the biggest like flavors that you can get off the smell is barnyard and manure.
why?
And
Why the hell do I
You
want?
want to smell that?
But why do I want to smell?
Well,
Why do I want?
I will say this: when it comes to a cigar, the more that the foot or the body, which means like if you smell the wrapper and then you smell the foot, the more that it smells like manure, the more I know that I'm going to like it, because there is a flavor in there when you start smoking it. It doesn't taste like manure. It starts bringing out a chocolatey, minerally tobacco taste that I absolutely enjoy.
I will say that when I smell that, I will always get a chocolate. I agree with that, but I also get usually some breadiness in there, and maybe toast. And I will also get usually raisin in the taste, and you get this great. It's like the trifecta of great cigars. When I smell barnyard in it, I'm like, yep, gonna like this every time.
I can get some raisin and bread.
There you go.
Why do I want to smell horse shit? I don't want to smell horse shit. But I also don't taste horse shit. I will say that.
No.
You won't taste it, but it's like when you nose bourbon and you taste bourbon, you will get some similarities between your tasting and nosing, but you will also pick up different nuances on your nosing than you will tasting. Cigars are the same way. When you learn to retrohale and you can nose a cigar, you will actually pick up a lot of different nuances from a cigar. I mean, you can get graham cracker, you can get fig Newton, you can get rye bread off a cigar. Yeah.
So I just clipped it, and don't judge me. We have a shitty.
You circumcised it.
Yeah, we got a shitty clipper from that was given to us. And I mean, what's the standard? You want to like just clip the tip? I don't know if you can see that.
So what you want to do is, if like Mick is a big V cut person, he will do something. He used a V cut. So if you use a straight cut, what you guys did, you just right where the cigar actually meets the shoulders, where it actually bends over. You just want to take off the very tip. You want to expose the tobacco that's under it. You don't want to take too much off. Yeah, you already got it. You're good. Yeah, you're good.
Well, we're definitely doing a how-to, guys. If you are following, follow along.
Well, I know the V cut. I've seen that. I've got friends that like this cigar stuff way more than I do, and we've gone to some cigar things, and they said, "Oh, you don't want to use that piece of shit. You need to use this." I get it. Whatever. I'm not going to judge.
It's like people that says that you don't want to drink a rye and you want to drink a straight whiskey. You may love a rye. So what works for Mick loves a V cut. I do not. I like a straight cut, what you guys just did. It's all subjective.
Flavor is different, or what does it matter?
For me, I think that the V cut gives you a more consistent draw, and it doesn't unravel on you as easily. And maybe I'm just not as good as Charles with a straight cut, but for me, it just gives a consistent cut every time that you can actually the draw is better. It's more consistent every time, and it does not unravel on you. So for me, it just makes it easy, and it's a good draw.
So for somebody who uses the V cut, a V cut is very good because if you take a V cut, it basically funnels all the smoke to one area. So if you take a V cut and you're smoking it and you kind of tilt it to where the smoke goes up to your palate, like the top of your mouth, you kind of funnel all the smoke and all the nuances to the top of your mouth where all of your flavor receptors are. That's not on your tongue. So he likes that one. I like a V cut because I do a shallow or a straight cut. I do a shallow straight cut. I like it because it's all the smoke that's coming straight at you at one time. So go ahead and light your cigar. I would love to know what you guys are doing that. And we'll talk about your cigar as we talk about the rest of the episode.
So I know I shouldn't use just this little gate. I shouldn't say that word.
Why?
This little weak ass lighter. Everybody says you got to use a torch. You should torch it.
No. Mick,
soft
what
flame
do you
fun,
what do you like to use?
I like soft flame, man. I mean, a torch
like
is more
Zippo.
convenient.
Does it matter?
I do
It's
a
just a
Zippo.
lighter.
Yeah.
You know how
soft
many
flame.
people have given me shit because why aren't you using a torch? I'm like,
No.
because it's downstairs and I want to go down there and get it.
If you watch a lot of like Crown Heads and some of the bigger names, Tatawahe, Pete Johnson, some of the bigger names in cigars, they all use a Bic. They all use a Bic to light their cigars. They're like, fuck.
90% of the time, if you go to Nicaragua, Honduras, or Dominican Republic, if you go into a factory when they're lighting cigars, nobody there owns a torch. They own a Bic lighter.
But it really doesn't matter, does it?
To me, I like a soft flame. I would, if I had what he had right there, I would be lighting my cigar with it.
Yeah,
So did I do
as
that
long as
right?
it's not a.
It looked like it.
If it's lit, you're good, man.
Yeah. So just
This is
nice
not how I
normal
expected
puffs.
this to start.
Yeah, really. So nice normal puffs. If you pass it between each other, don't smoke it like Homer, don't take a big draw off of it, and then Amy take a big draw off of it. You're going to overheat it. You want to give a few seconds in between, let it cool off.
We're learning so much. I thought this was just us talking. I didn't know we were going to have an education.
This is great.
You guys started it. We didn't plan on this.
Yeah, we didn't plan on this at all.
So it overheats it. Like, what do you mean?
It will overheat. So, like a cigarette, you can take a cigarette and hotbox the shit out of it, and it's the same flavor. So, but a cigar, if you hotbox a cigar, it turns bitter, it turns rancid, and it gets like forms a charcoal end on it where you can't puff it. So you have to take a cigar is meant to take your time. You have to sit there, you enjoy it, you don't rush it. It's like a woman. You have to caress it. You have
For
to
all you
pleasure
ladies
it.
out there, this is what
Yeah.
men talk.
You have
So how
to
many
take care
times-
of it.
How many times do you relight your cigar throughout the life of the cigar?
Good question.
Never
Most times I
unless it
don't
needs
ever have to.
Touch up. No, never.
Because
Because
you're
I'm-
caressing it and you're
because-
taking care of it.
Because I'm relighting
Yeah.
this shit like every time almost.
All right.
I
Because
mean, as
you're
a
right.
woman,
Hang on.
do you have to restart her up? You shouldn't have to.
I have one
You
more
gotta
tip
keep
for you.
going.
Yeah, but I usually
Mark.
finish the woman off in like 3
2 minutes
The cigars
I have
last
one
a
more.
lot
I
longer.
if you're good.
I love this. I love this. I have one more tip though. So like, you never just want to take one
Just-
puff. You want
Just
to take
one,
one.
is it a good
Hold on, let him talk,
fat
honey.
round tip that is never
Yes,
No.
it is. It is. Yeah. It is. It is every time. You want to take one draw and puff it out right away, and then you take that second longer draw, which will give you a better flavor profile off that cigar. So you're gonna want to give it like one mind puff, and then you give it a longer puff to get. Like I always do a 2-puff kind of system.
And
So
then
it's
let
kinda
it
like
sit.
It's kind of like whiskey. You want to take the first shot, get acclimated.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Huh.
Look at that.
But
And
you
then
do,
learning.
you do that every draw. So I wish I would have had the big. So
Yeah, because we just learned so much. How
So
to.
now, after you take your puff, let it sit for a second. You don't want to go a minute or 2 minutes because it will go out, but let it go 30 seconds or so, and then do another one.
Do you guys see your message?
That is
Yeah,
the
that just
best-
put that up.
Cigars are like women.
Like women.
I only love a few, but I want to try them all. Josephus is
Yes,
Josephus is awesome.
Joe Feast is he's great, man. Every week.
And are
he's
you
got
married,
something.
Josephus?
And what does
He
she
is.
think about that?
He is.
Or does she invite?
I'm
Or is
not
she down with
sure.
you trying them all? Maybe she
So-
wants to share them with you.
All right, tell
So-
us to stop because we can take over and we.
No,
we
I
try
was about to say. So
You're right.
Homer, one of the things
But
that
we
you were
just
talking
learned how
about
to a cigar
that you
correctly.
don't like the taste, on your on your tongue or your mouth. So one of the things that I tell a lot of people is Crest makes a toothpaste that has charcoal in it. So if you get that, if you know that you're going to do cigars that night, have you just that Crest with charcoal, brush your mouth, brush your tongue, brush whatever. And usually if it's a good light cigar, that taste will be gone 90% by morning.
Well, that's good to know because I'll brush my teeth. I use Sensodyne because I'm a weak ass bitch and got little weak ass teeth and lip gums
Me too.
and shit. So I use Sensodyne and I can brush my teeth 7 or 8 times and scope, and I taste this aftertaste of cigars for days, and I hate it. So, and I'm not smoking Swisher Sweets over here. I mean, I do enjoy a
Thank
good
God.
cherry Swisher Sweet, but Olivia here is leaving shit in
It's
my
not
mouth.
Olivia.
It's Olivia.
Oh, now tell him what it is.
She doesn't remember.
No, I don't remember. I've been drinking
Oliva.
for about a couple hours now.
All right, so
I love
okay,
that.
so let's go into that real quick before we go back. Before we take a deep dive into the past, what are you drinking right now?
Well, right
We are
now,
actually featuring our limestone heritage, which is our good friend Tom Morrow.
we can't call it limestone anymore.
Oh, it's not limestone. I keep forgetting. Yeah, that's right. It's
LF Heritage Distilling Company.
Yes.
We're drinking the Bloodlines 6-year. And since Homer and Amy keep it real on the deck, the Bloodlines lineup is not the best, but the Bloodlines 6-year is pretty damn good. Their
Nice.
other stuff is super expensive, and that shit's pretty good too. But if you want to spend $40 on a bottle and have a good experience, Bloodline 6-year on bourbonoutfitters.com, $40 plus shipping if your state will allow shipping, because Tennessee doesn't. That's like the only shitty part about living in Tennessee. You can't get liquor shipped to you.
We have talked about that many times.
Many times.
Oh yeah, there's been a couple of bottles that we can't get
Oh,
here.
I was pissed. I missed out on that damn Old Forester 117 extra
same here.
old 1910 because we couldn't get it shipped here. Anyway,
We talked about that on last week's podcast. We actually talked about that in the news section, and we couldn't get it, and it killed me.
because I wanted it, so because I love it. We both love the 1910, so that extra old just sounded great, and we couldn't get it. But our good friend Dave from House Bourbon, he's getting a bottle, so he'll at least share it with us.
He lives in Tennessee.
That's awesome.
I know Prater got one, of
Oh.
course. Prater always gets everything.
But anyways, Tom Morrow is one of the
He is now the national marketing director, not just a brand ambassador.
so we'll be seeing him in the next Bourbon Festival.
October at Bourbon on the Banks, we'll be going to that.
So
And
we wanted to highlight him if anybody was watching to go and drink some of their
LF Heritage Distilling Company.
not limestone.
Awesome.
So where
So-
are they out of? Where are they out of?
They're not in Frankfurt. Georgetown. It's just kind of like if you put your little finger on Frankfurt and your little finger on Lexington. It's like that.
Okay.
They're just
Okay.
north of Frankfurt, basically, or north. Yeah, whatever. Up that way of Lexington.
Right.
Awesome.
All right. So before we get into we've already gone so much, but before we actually get into the actual interview for what we're got to do, we do have to do one thing really quickly and say we want to bring to you our guest tonight from Destination Cigars. So step into the world of Destination Cigars like never before by visiting the exclusive Allegory cigar brand. Whether you're kicking back at Governor's Crossing in Sevierville, Tennessee, or savoring the vibes at New River in Beckley, West Virginia, or soaking up the rich aroma at Almost Havana and Hurricane, West Virginia, every visit is an adventure. From top-tier cigars to expert recommendations and a laid-back atmosphere, the perfect place to relax, connect, and enjoy the craft. If you are looking for bold, unforgettable flavors, escape to the world of Allegory cigars. Kick back with the rich Mexican San Andreas dividend, enjoy the smooth intrigue of the censored Sumatra, or fire up a bold and flavorful Escape Habano. For more information, you can follow them on Instagram at destination_cigars, or explore more by visiting them online at destinationcigarlounge.com, or take a journey to one of their 3 locations in West Virginia or Tennessee. No matter where your cigar journey takes you, every blend is an experience worth savoring. Where the road ends, the perfect smoke begins at Destination Cigars. So we do have our awesome people over here, Homer and Amy at Deck Night on the Rocks. So as we like to always do, we like to get to know more about you. So I will say that in the cigar industry, one of the things that is, kind of common with the newer smokers and with some of the newer drinkers of whiskey and bourbon is that they not only like to get to know what the whiskey or the cigar is, they want to get to know the people behind it. So you guys are a YouTube juggernaut. You guys are out there. you guys are doing an amazing job for what you guys offer to the public. So one thing that we like to do is we like to dive deep into who you are and bring everybody into what you do today. So the first question I always like to ask is, as Homer and as Amy were kids, where did you guys grow up? What were you guys like as kids?
Only answer the question.
They can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you, but I love that you said that.
Well,
That's
he
like
has
my wife
he has
telling
an
me,
issue.
you need to do this.
Well, she knows I talk too much. I'll let her go first.
Well, he's a military brat. He was born in Guam and then went to Florida.
You want me to tell?
Yeah, no, I am. I'm telling you about.
I was about to say.
right?
So I was born in Guam. Dad was in the Navy. We went to D.C. We went to Charles, South Carolina. Then moved to Pensacola. I retired in Pensacola. I graduated high school in Pensacola. Then after high school, I moved to Knoxville, Tennessee for 3 years. And I decided I wanted to go back to Florida, go to Florida State. We did that for 4 years. Come back to Knoxville. Been here ever since. Quick and easy. Florida State.
There you go. Wow. That is probably the quickest that we've ever heard one. So,
Well,
Amy, I will say
told me to
this.
hurry the fuck up.
Amy, I will say this. One of the things that we like to do, we love stories. Have fun with the stories. He doesn't have to.
You don't
He doesn't
want
have to be
Homer's
quick.
stories. No.
Yeah,
He will go off and we're going to be screwing different chicks somewhere and we don't even know what's going on. So we just got to keep on the subject. So I am not very interesting. I was born in South Florida, West Palm Beach, and then my family moved to Tennessee, and here I am today. That's it.
And we're really, I mean, you want to know what we were like when we were kids?
Yeah, seriously.
Like every other kid from the 80s. I drank from a water hose. I ran around. My parents, they'd come back when the street lights come on. We rode bikes around wherever. And I mean, I lived on Navy bases, so that was definitely like, no, my parents had zero concern about our health. We would use hot dogs and go crawdad fishing in the sewers. I mean, I build bridges on swamps in Florida and South Carolina.
You got the toads and you dissect them?
No, I didn't do that. I put firecrackers in their ass. I mean, we saw alligators. I mean, I lived in South Carolina.
You didn't see alligators
on the coast of South Carolina, and I grew up in Pensacola, Florida. There was fucking alligators everywhere I went. So people see alligators.
All right, so
I don't care about gators. Gators are just fucking fun.
So Mick's calling time on that one because he's loving it.
I am. Yeah, this is great. Like, you guys just fast forward. Like, usually this takes us about half an hour of the show, and like you guys are like, yeah, this, and we're good. All right. So anyway. But no,
let's get to the drinking.
So I saw on one of your videos that I did watch recently that Homer, you grew up in, I'm gonna say this wrong, cantonment.
Cantonment.
Good job.
Yeah,
it's just
our
Pensacola.
Yep, our friends live there currently, so we've actually been down there like 5 times within the past year. So like that area itself, like in the time that you grew up, was it also kind of like an outskirts of a big area for people to come to, or was it kind of like nothing at that point?
So what's it like to you now? And just subtract about 50 years from it. When I moved there, the road I lived off, our neighborhood, we were the very first house in our neighborhood in 1987. Everything was dirt roads, red clay, Georgia red clay dirt roads. I'm from LA. Lower Alabama.
We just told him you were from Guam.
LA.
Lower Alabama.
I'm born in Guam.
Somebody who's from the South, when you say LA, we don't talk about Los Angeles. That's Lower Alabama.
Or what we like to refer to as the Redneck Riviera.
Hell yeah.
So
I love the
dirt roads, red clay, not even gravel. East Tennessee, when I used to, my mom's family, everybody's from Knoxville, or actually Straw Plains. And I know what I'm talking about. I didn't call it strawberry. I called it straw.
Straw Plains.
It's not Strawberry Plains, it's Straw Plains. That shit was gravel roads.
Yep.
In northwest Florida, we didn't have gravel. We had red fucking turn your white truck brown red clay. So back when I lived there, it was backwoods, butt fucking country. Everything. I mean, it's just everything you could just imagine of redneckery. It's not so redneckery anymore, but it's still way worse in most places. And I love the place. My high school had more cows. My high school had more cows than students. And if your family's from Cantonment, they know what high school I went.
Did we freeze?
Did I break something?
No, you're good. I feel that, man. I grew up in the exact same thing in central Pennsylvania, man. Look, there was definitely more cows and pigs than there were high school students at that point. But no, that's crazy, man. Because now it's like that outskirts of Pensacola area, and it's blowing up, and it's kind of one of those areas that people want to live in because you're only 15, 20 minutes away from amazing shit. Like I love Pensacola, I do, and
I love it.
Yeah, we our friends live down there. They moved down there for a job. I moved to Memphis for.
Oh shit!
It's not us.
It froze up. He moved to Memphis for a job. It happened.
Good job.
I got one thing to say before he comes back about that.
There you go.
I said that our high school had more cows than students. That's not saying that we didn't have many students. We were the very first 6A school in Florida. So that's saying something.
Oh, wow.
Florida's a hell of a fucking
yeah.
football and school play. They take pride in having them big numbers and shit. First 6A school in Florida when they decided to move up from 5A to 6A, and we had more cows than students. Anyway, go ahead. I ain't gonna take over.
Crazy.
All right, so I'm gonna put a pause on everything because I'm watching Amy smoke the cigar. So
I'm
Amy,
doing what I was told to do, short and then long.
Take a nice draw in, hold it in your mouth, let it out. Let us know what you're tasting.
Smoothness. No, I'm loving it. You're not very good at this.
I'm not. I suck at everything.
So when you get to where you're smoking cigars, you'll take a draw in. You'll hold it. You'll put the tongue to the back of the top of your mouth, and you'll shoot it through your nose. That's called a retrohale. And you get so many other flavors through your nose.
So that is where you get all your flavors. Until I learned to retrohale, you did not get the flavors at all. Like I'm like, how are people getting these flavors? And then you start retrohaling. It's going to burn. And you're going to call us sons of bitches.
Burn. So I'm going to
burn.
You're going to keep burning, or is it just like?
No, it's gone. It's gone right away. So you never take it into your lungs.
Never take it in your lungs. Yeah.
You just shoot it through your nose. So if you were ever a cigarette smoker, you know how to shoot it through your nose.
No, neither one of us.
Nope.
All right, tell me it again. I'm supposed to take it.
So take it in through your mouth. Hold it. Put the tongue to the roof of your nose. There you go.
She got it. She got it.
Yeah.
It's like
take
the
your
first
tongue,
time you've ever smoked weed. Can't do it.
If they get this straight away, I'll be pissed.
All right, hold on. So take it in. Hold it.
Put your tongue to the roof of your mouth, and put it through your nose. Don't let it go through to your throat. Smoking Samsas. I love it.
Should I see the smoke go through my nose?
Yes.
A little bit.
Yes.
A little bit.
So even if you don't do the tongue thing or you don't whatever, like just blow out your nose while the smoke, after you take the drag, just blow out your nose. Forget about the tongue thing. I mean, I'm not saying he's wrong because that's where you get the flavors from, but you need to just blow it out your nose.
Do you have like a YouTube how-to to do this so I can keep rewinding?
We should.
No, we'll help you with it. So since you've been smoking it, do you get you're the person that when it comes to whiskey that seems to have
I think I got it.
She did it. So do you get any flavors?
Yes.
No, you are getting. You're not just getting the smoke. You're actually getting like a cherry.
Yes.
There you go. Yes.
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 Chocolate cherry fruit flavors is what I get off that cigar.
Yes, maybe a little bit of fig Newton or like raisin, like you're getting that figgy raisin. Yes.
So what you're telling me is Olivia tastes like cherry?
Not Olivia.
It does see. It doesn't taste like it. It's all about your olfactory. It brings up memories because I may taste like Mick may taste. Mick may taste fig Newton. I may taste cherry, but
because
it's what
all
our
about your memories.
It's
Just
about
like
what your
bourbon.
memory. Yes. It's about
That's
what
why
your
I always
memory.
tell everybody it doesn't matter what everybody else tells you. It's what you've done in your
Yes.
past and you've associated.
I'm
Me and
I'm
Mick review
tasting-
cigars every week, so
I'm
we will
tasting-
talk about us.
You need a
Go ahead.
how-to video.
I'm tasting
God only knows what he's tasted.
Olivia's
I don't
cherry.
know, but if he gets any closer to that mic, it's going to look pretty bad.
Is there any women out
I
there?
will-
Yes, one of the
yes.
largest growing cigar communities is women.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you
Yes,
what the largest
100%.
growing women thing is not bourbon. Women don't like bourbon.
Women like bourbon, just
No,
men
there-
take over
No,
everything.
There are some, and they're dedicated, but there's just
My
Just
wife
like how you
loves
guys
bourbon.
just talked about, where were you from? Well, you guys, men not only had cows and pigs at their high schools, women did too.
I didn't say you didn't. They damn sure didn't
But
have
nobody
cows and pigs
cares.
in Broward County.
All right, so Homer had a shit ton of cows and pigs when he grew up. So
Just
Amy,
cows, no pigs. We don't have no pigs.
okay, so cows. So Amy,
swine.
what was it like? Where'd you grow up?
Okay, so where I grew up was Coral Sunset, which is off West Palm Beach in Boca Raton. And my
You grew
school
up in
was
a
in
fancy
the
part of
back-
Florida.
Everybody says that, but I actually was in a trailer park.
There's a lot of those down
There's
there.
a lot.
too.
So where I grew
They're
up,
very nice trailer.
my turn. Where I grew up, where was the backyard was
It wasn't the backyard.
it was the
You can
backyard.
see it.
Were you at my school?
Honey, I know the difference. I
He
know.
grew up with me, guys.
No, I know where Cape Canaveral is. It's not in Boca Raton, but you can see it.
So where I went out of my school in the field, we got to see the rockets,
Spaceship.
the spaceships go off.
They're like 100 miles away. But you can still see it
Yeah, in the backyard.
from your backyard.
Sorry, guys, we got a helicopter going over.
We do have an Air Force base right down the street, so we get a lot of Air Force
Yes.
activity.
And where he said alligators, when I was growing up, we had
For real.
hurricane drills where you had to know how to cover your head. And then we had alligator drills because whenever we went out to recess, is that what they're called back then? Recess, because now it's just whatever.
Just
You
fat kid
had
getting
to
exercise.
go and look out and make sure the alligators weren't by the swing sets where I grew up.
No,
You
she's right.
didn't have
No.
anything like that.
We didn't, but hey, they caught the largest alligator in Florida about a mile and a half from my house. He was eating hunting dogs. They found his ass because they tracked him with the
We
hunting dog
fed the
collars.
alligators marshmallows. Okay. Oh, Miss Lori's on here.
Oh, Miss Lori. in
Miss
the
Lori.
house.
Sorry, we had to have a shout out to Miss Lori.
We got a couple of our
I'm
members
out here, but it's a no for me and the cigar.
It's a no.
I'm out here. I am out here.
It's a no for me and a cigar.
Well, just keep sipping, Miss Lori.
Sorry.
Thank
So
you, Miss Lori.
the one thing that Homer and I, and we keep it pretty real, and this is in our relationship 100%.
Nate
We've
Roberts
had
in the
people
house.
who've quit our YouTube because we bicker, and it's just what it is. And then you go have makeup sex, and
I
everything's better.
love it.
I
Absolutely.
love
I
it.
love it.
I,
I love it.
I will say that when I'm in your chat, I end up giving you guys shit when you guys are going through it. So I like to heckle you both. And you guys know that because I jump on there and I give you guys hell for it.
I'm calling timeout again. So me and the wife have been married 28 years. And it-
28.
trust me.
Congratulations.
Yeah, 28. In
How
August,
old are
so,
you?
I am 46.
Homer just
We got
said
married at
sorry.
18. Yeah, we got married at 18.
You're only 46. How
Goddamn,
old
I'm
did you
46.
turn? When did you get married?
18.
I was 18, she was 19, and we were not pregnant or nothing. We just decided, we loved each other, and that's how it was.
Congratulations. That's rare.
Okay, I'm gonna go super deep, but like the first 10 were not great. The next 5 were questionable at best. We should not have been married, but we worked our way through it, and the last 10 to 12, she's been my best friend. So like 28 years, it's been a crazy ride. But I will say, every day has its argument and stuff shit, and everybody has that, and I'm truly enjoying this because this is totally me and my wife. Like, this is great. I've laughed more tonight than I have in any other podcast we've done, and we're like an hour into it. No, this is great. This is fucking
I
awesome.
really think that in marriage, if you can just get through that and just realize, oh, I'm gonna love him anyways. I really hate him, but he makes me
100%.
laugh, because you're just gonna
100%.
go to bed and you're gonna say I love you. What's the
Exactly.
it's not worth it. You got to compromise, and if you suck, I must suck too.
See, I will say that I will agree with that one, because if it would have been, if we did a podcast where it was me and my wife and Mick and his wife, the podcast would be all about our wives doing the same thing to us the whole time, because my wife and his wife are so much alike. They would just be roasting us the entire night, and we would be like, we would just be laughing and enjoying the whole time, because Mick just said, I will say, my wife and I we just celebrated our 11 years. So the first couple of years, just like Mick said, was horrible. The next couple of years was questionable. The last 5 years or so, she's my best friend. I don't want to do anything without her.
And you know what? I wish more couples would know that, because the same with us. The first 2 years, yeah, of course, love, whatever. Then we fucking hated each other. And I don't know how we got through it. I almost went to jail. So, but now you just have to know how to love each other and get through that part.
People give up too quickly. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the way this generation is. Like, in like 5 minutes, they're like, we don't like each other anymore. Fuck it, we're getting divorced. Like, that's not how it works. You got to work through shit.
I know what got us through it.
Drinking?
We got through our kids being kids.
Oh, yeah. Our kids are older. Having kids is like tough.
I will say that when I got married to my wife, she had 3 kids. So I came into a relationship that already had 3 kids.
Oh, wow.
So the hardest time of our relationship was getting to realize how we both want to parent and trying to figure out how our kids are going to react. When we both realized how we were going to parent, the last few years, we're best friends. And, me and Mick, we're really good friends right here. We've only met 3 times in person.
Shit.
Nuh-uh.
He lives in Memphis. He lives in Dandridge. Dandridge, right?
Newport. 7 hours apart.
Dandridge, Newport, same thing.
30 minutes.
We talk 10 times a day, but we've only met 3 times in person. It's insane. But we talk.
So when are you moving away from Memphis?
Sorry, go ahead.
Memphis? Why Memphis?
We got some great friends that live in Lakeland.
Yeah,
Oh,
my job brought me down here. I could not pass up the promotion I was offered, so I came down here, and it's actually been the best thing I've ever done, because we are so far off subject, but I'm going to keep going on. So we came down here, and Memphis is a shitty part of the world, but
it is.
We've met some great people, like some of our good friends that we've ever met. They're from just over the border of Mississippi. But we've met some great people. The culture has been great. The music scene's been great. There's some good breweries down here, and Tennessee's just great as a whole, man. So like we do love Tennessee. Memphis has grown on us, but it's still Memphis. But either way, it's really changed how I look at a lot of things in life, which is cool as well, and it's given me and the wife a chance to kind of find our own groove, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like we found our own place, and it's kind of made us figure out who we really are. So I mean, it's a cool place, and it's always going to hold a spot in my heart. It's still Memphis, but it's pretty cool.
So
do you
Mick
live
and I-
do you live in Memphis or east, north, south?
I'm in
West
Cordova.
Memphis?
I'm actually in Cordova.
So we
so
have
I'm
some good friends that live in Lakeland.
okay. Yeah, that's where Devin lives. Little Debbie. He lives in Lakeland area, or at least he did. But yeah. One
We
of our
were
good
we were
buddies.
there on the 4th of July, and we went to the Lake District liquor store, and they had Blanton's Gold on the shelf.
Oh yeah.
They had
Yeah,
Blanton-
but
they
for
had
how
we weren't
much?
used to that.
$200,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
and they had
So-
Blanton's on the floor for $89.
Man, you guys ever come out here to Memphis again? I'll show you the cool places of Memphis without getting shot. I promise. We'll be in before the street lights come on. Everything will be great. I promise you. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, we got
So-
Mr. Richie J and Miss Lori J. They live just, and I don't know how far south of Memphis they live, but they're in Mississippi, around that way.
Yeah.
We need to take some time to go. There's some good people. We need to go see them. They need
Our
to
friends
come
live
see
in,
us.
Our friends live in Nesbitt, which is just outside of just over the border, basically in Mississippi. So that's a good time. We enjoy it down there as well.
So Mick and I are a part of the same cigar club. So we ended up having what's called a HERF, which is where people get together, smoke cigars, drink whiskey, have a good time. They just fellowship and have a good time with each other. So we actually got to meet a year ago. Next month will
Almost.
be a year.
No, it was in July. It was the end of July because I went to Vegas
Okay.
in August. So yeah.
Oh, happy
Okay,
anniversary.
so
to
we met a year ago for the first time in person, and Mick actually came to me about doing a podcast, and we were talking about it. So we were out there playing cornhole, drinking I don't know how much whiskey, smoking cigars, and Mick finally comes up to me and says, "Hey, we gonna do this?" So I look over at my wife and say, "Hey, we gonna do this?" She says, "What are we gonna do?" I said, "Mick wants to do a podcast." She looks at me and goes, "I don't care. Just go ahead and do it." And so we decided to do a podcast together. So we've actually met twice since then. But
Wow.
yeah, Mick and I has only met in person 3 times, but yet we stay in communication constantly.
Yeah, we're
And
both
that's what
closer
we've
than most
been
people
able to do that,
hang out
so-
every day. So
Yeah.
it's cool.
Well, Amy and I started our YouTube channel 3 years ago, and we've met in person a lot. I'm just messing.
Oh my
I,
gosh.
I don't
But
want to
we've
know how
met
many times
some
you
really-
guys meet in
some of our-
person. But
Yeah. We've met some really great people just through the bourbon community that are our greatest friends now
Oh,
in the
yeah.
last 3 years.
Some of our a really good member of ours, Jonathan Santana. He's probably not watching because he'd have commented by now.
Dave's
But
on here.
Dave House Bourbon.
We met Dave in a liquor line,
We were at a
which is House of Bourbon.
yeah, House Bourbon.
House
Dave is
Bourbon.
awesome.
yeah,
Love
we
Dave.
met him at Green Meadows in Maryville, and in line. He just happened to be sitting next to each other, and next thing you know, I'm his best friend. I kind of like
Did
him,
you hear
but
that, Dave?
I'm his best friend. He thinks I'm the best, and
And
think
I
he's-
love his wife.
I just
so
like
it
his
just
accent.
went through. Yeah. So it's pretty cool how drinking and cigars can get people not in just the meetings, right?
And I'm just
Oh,
messing
see,
around.
that's
Dave
one
and I
thing that
like
we
to do
always that's one thing that we always say is that we talk from the cigar industry, but with whiskey as well. It's surprising how just dead leaves cigars can bring people together. From they could be a lawyer, they could be a teacher, they could be a janitor, but dead leaves, tobacco, cigars can bring so many people together, and you can be such great friends.
It's pretty interesting how the new generation, the new technology has bring a lot of people together.
and whiskey's the same way. You got
It's not those things. It's
the technology allows you to get together that you wouldn't, like you in East Tennessee and you're in Memphis, West Tennessee, and you never would have met each other without the technology. But it was the dead leaves that brought you together, just like the rotten
Absolutely.
corn brought me and us and Dave together.
See, that's
so
what
we're sorry
that's,
for boring
that's-
everybody.
No.
That's what my name on Instagram is Smoke and Oak. It's all about the cigars, and it's all about the whiskey, the two things that can combine people to make some of the best friendships and relationships that there are.
You know what the worst thing about whiskey, or I get, and probably with you with the smoke, is there's never enough time in life to enjoy the relationships you create, because we've met so many people that live in far away states and countries that there's just no way in hell you can take the time to connect. I don't have, Charles, you literally live 30, 45 minutes away.
30 minutes from you. Yeah.
Besides meeting randomly at whatever, that was City Farm.
It was in City
City
Farm.
Farm.
Yeah, City Farms. We haven't face to face. Everything. I'd be more than welcome to have you on the deck anytime.
You've invited me many times. It's just finding the time to do it.
It's just not possible. And then you just meet so many people and you make so many friends. You two being 7 hours apart, it's great that you've connected and made such a great relationship through the internet, but it would be so much cooler if we could do it face to face. But there's just no time in life.
I'm glad you highlighted that. Did you read
So
this?
I met my second wife at a bar.
second wife.
She only charged me for one private dance and gave me 3. Then we went to IHOP and fell in love. I love Josephus.
Just
Yeah, me
joking. She charged me for all 3.
Oh, I
Hey,
love
Joe
it.
Thesis, can you please go subscribe to Deck Night on the Rocks and then never miss one of our live streams, please?
Oh, the last live
you
we
can
had.
have so much fun in the live streams. Just say,
I don't know what kind of rating this is, but the Deck Night. Ours. We were all talking about 69 and talking about how strange it was.
Hey,
That's what our live went.
Our
through.
live streams fucking NA.
I'm like, this is nothing to do with what we were talking
Our
about.
live streams are damn near X-rated.
they have been before.
Yeah.
They have been
we've,
before.
I just don't
We've
remember
definitely
all
gone
of
off the rails a few times too, but Josephus is always a good time, man. He
Yeah.
should definitely subscribe and
How many
comment
lives has
on
he
your-
gone through?
So I've had to take our live streams down, edit them, and
Yep.
then put them up. Thanks, Amy.
Nice.
It's a good
I have
time.
been in those live streams.
I haven't.
She was
Yes, you
physically
have.
there,
Trust
But
me,
not
you were
mentally.
really there.
not mentally there.
Anyhow,
All right,
we are so pleased that we got to join you guys.
So okay, so you guys grew up in different areas. How did you both end up in Tennessee and finding each other?
You go first.
Can I?
You go first.
Can I?
Oh,
So,
do it.
no, I will.
No, you can tell them how you ended up in Tennessee. I will tell them how we found each other.
No, I'll tell you how we found each
She
other.
can tell you, then I'll tell you.
Amy, tell us how. Tell us
I
all of
had-
it.
Please tell us.
I was married before this
Hold
beau.
on. You have got to tell them how you got here.
My family moved here. Okay, end of story. So
Oh wow!
I got pregnant at 18 and I had to get married, not by him.
Not me.
I was married and I had 2 children and then we got a divorce.
No,
Nope. Okay.
fucking that up.
Okay. We don't have to tell the whole story.
Why not? It's a good story.
So then I worked
like
at
good stories.
Applebee's. This is embarrassing.
Can I- let me
didn't-
tell it.
okay, go
Let me
for
tell
it. Go for it.
So I played adult league softball.
Oh, you're gonna go there?
Well, that's how it happened. So I played adult league softball.
He's gonna tell you this stupid version.
It's the best version. So I played adult league softball, and after
Which means vagina.
not my team because I was intense.
Okay, go ahead.
So anyway, after the game, we sucked. I was the only good player. Everybody else was just drunks, and I was the only athlete there. Not true. I'm just talking shit. So anyway, after the game was over, we went to Applebee's where she was a server, and we went and sat at Applebee's on Cedar Bluff. Charles, you probably know it.
You don't
got
have
the
to tell everybody where it was.
honey, you don't work there anymore. It's been fucking forever. So anyway, she was an awesome server that could handle 10 tables at once, which, you know, these days, these little sons of bitches can't handle more than 1 or 2 tables at a time, and they fucked that up. She was a great server.
Okay,
She
keep
did a
going.
great job, and she took care of all her people very well. So anyway, we're sitting there at the table. There's like 8 or 9 of us, and we're sitting there, and I'm covered in fucking red clay from the softball field. We're drinking Miller High Life dollar beers because that's what I like because they're cheap. And I don't really remember exactly how things worked out, but, you know, I was kind of the ringleader of our team. And so I was talking to the server. And by the end of the night, I was like, hey, you need some dick, and I should give it to you. That's not how that's how it went in my mind. That's not at all how it went.
Can we cut this and do 2 different versions here? Keep going.
So anyway, by the end of the night, I'm flirting with her. She's kind of flirting back a little bit, not too much, just kind of like server wanting to get a tip. Not that she was like interested in my fat, stinky ass.
Okay, keep going.
But by the end of the night,
She was wanting to get the tip, right?
Exactly. She was wanting to get the cash tip and the tip of the little wiener.
Keep
you know what I'm saying?
going.
Don't lie. You wanted the wiener. Small wiener. Anywho, by the end of it, I'm like, hey, when are we going to get together? Let's go out one night. Me and you. You're hot. I look good. You know, let's do some stuff. Like, fuck. And she's like, I'm married. I'm like,
With children.
Too bad. And she was like, but she caveated that I'm married with, but we really are just living together. We're not kind of a thing anymore. We're together because of the kids, but we don't like each other. It's kind of over. And I'm like, well, you told me that because you want the tip.
So what does he do?
I pull a lawyer's card out of my pocket because I had
A
just
lawyer's
got
card,
divorced.
just right over.
And I was like, here, call that guy. He'll fix your problem. And then I'll fix the rest of your problems, like the need to get some good dick.
That's a true story.
And then, like, months passed. And
He came and stalked my ass.
no, I did not. So months passed, and I ended up having to have shoulder surgery. I was out of work for 6 months. Me and my best friend would watch football all day because I didn't have to work, but I was getting paid. So we go to his house, we watch football all day, and then we were like, let's go get some cheap beer. So we go to Applebee's, and this little blonde-headed hot chick was there. I'm like, I remember that girl. She needs some dick. I never gave it to her.
What?
So let me finish this process. And I'm sitting there wearing this sling. I'm all fat and shit from being out of work and the sling and drinking beer. And I'm trying to flirt with her. And she's like, you're gross. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But you still
I
want
had
it.
somebody else take my tables.
And then over time, I convinced her that, yeah, this is the dick you wanted 6 months
Stop
ago.
saying that.
This is the wiener she wanted 6 months ago. And I convinced her that I was right and she was wrong.
Oh, so sweet.
All right. So, Amy, do us a favor. Give us your account of this.
This
So
It's like a
some of
Disney fairy tale. It really is. It's like a Disney fairy tale. All right, go ahead.
it is.
It's
Actually,
gonna
I'm
be
gonna
on the
have
next
the
Disney,
romantic
like-
version. There was no dick involved
Oh, no, it happened just
very long ago. So
today.
Applebee's. Oh yeah, you're getting it in. Oh, Josephus. Oh right. So same thing. Good looking guy came in, gave me the divorce card, blah blah blah. Came in the
Rolled up.
next day, came in a couple weeks. I kept giving away my tables. He kept coming. Here comes a helicopter.
I was 18 years younger and a lot svelter with a lot more guns.
Yeah, his neck was swole. It's not anymore. Look at that.
No,
It's
I'm
going
just
down.
Fucking fat
Anyways,
now.
so he came and kept coming, and I kept giving away my tables, and
On her
finally
face.
I finally just said, okay, well, I wrote in my tips after a while.
No, she didn't. That's
Yes,
bullshit.
I did.
No, she did not.
Whatever.
I tipped her in cash.
We started
I tipped her in
finally
dick.
talking in so long, but this guy came to me and he whispered in
Hold
my
on,
ear
time out.
once.
You're jumping.
No, I'm not.
I came there for the cheap beer and the football, and so my story is a horseshit, and her story is mildly horseshit. But the reality is, I came that place for the cheap beer and the football, and then the first time I went, I remembered her face and her beautiful face, and
Oh yeah, you better say that.
Beautiful face. I was about to say.
Oh wait, she has a sister. They are not twins. They're 2 years apart, and they look just alike. And everybody mixes them up. I did not. And I was like, I remember going in there, and I'm like, "Hey, you're the girl." She's like, and I'm like, "Nah." And then Amy wanted to know, that's the girl. That's her. They just look like everybody thought they were sisters. They all wanted to bang the twins and gave them all that shit. I didn't do that, and I was a severe dick. I treated everybody in that store like my bitch except for her.
He
I
snapped
treated
at
her
people,
like
guys.
a fucking queen.
He was not okay.
But I ran that restaurant like it was
God,
mine.
stop.
I
Anyways,
did I not?
But
tell
so
the truth.
can I tell them?
Tell them the truth. Did I not run that place like it was mine?
No.
Yes.
So
All right, Amy, go ahead and tell us.
thank you. He came to me and he looked at me and he put his head up on my neck,
were at
and
Bailey's
this is
that
what
night.
it.
We were at
No,
Bailey's. Yes,
we
this
were
is at
not.
Bailey's. No, you're
And
right,
he
you're
said, "I'm gonna kiss you tonight," and that's what sold it. And we've never. That was
Swampy.
it.
It was swampy after that.
Take a romance story and turn it porn. Whatever.
I ruined it. So yeah,
It worked.
Take all the nonsense out of that story, and that's how it happened. And then
Hey, 2 versions make it good. It happened. We got married. We went to Las Vegas and got married by Elvis.
so do you want any more stories from us?
No,
I mean,
you
I
don't.
love your stories. Keep them coming.
No, so we actually got pregnant before we got married,
which I'm cool with.
which whatever.
I was
And
32.
then
I made it
he-
that far. If I
he
had the kids,
actually-
I was fine with that.
Shush up. He took me and he didn't tell me we were getting married, and we took me to Vegas after I had a baby.
I did propose
my
first. I
God,
did propose
shut
first.
up.
I proposed
Yeah,
first.
you did propose. He took me to Newfound Gap, where he went and proposed to me after taking a shit in a porta potty.
It wasn't a porta potty. It was the Newfound Gap's real shitters. Very clean, very nice.
Took a shit. 2 seconds later, came out, proposed to me, but it was fireflies around us,
Classy.
and I was
I
9
had-
months pregnant.
Listen, I didn't plan.
I love
this.
it.
I
love
So
it.
like when I was 32, right? So, and we were both married before, and I was waiting for the perfect moment. And I knew
had to take
her
a shit
perfect
first.
moment was she loved the mountains. She liked that firefly thing. And when I pulled up to Newfound Gap, which Charles, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
It's the border between North Carolina and Tennessee in the Smoky Mountains, and that's where FDR did his thing to create the Smoky Mountains National Park. It's where it was at. And I pulled up there, and I had a fucking turd on deck. It was fucking poking out. I had to shit. There wasn't nothing happening but me pooping. So, and I knew there were shitters there, and I went straight to the shitters. I took a dump, and I walked out the door, and I'm looking at this canopy pathway. You know, a canopy pathway is a very nice thing to begin with, because you got this tunnel of canopy green, which was dark. It was nighttime, and you got all these synchronized, thousands of synchronized fireflies, which people pay big money to do that, and it's just her and I. So I had to take a shit. I can't let that get in the way of the fact that this is the perfect fucking moment to propose for her. It wasn't the perfect fucking moment to propose for someone or anyone. It was the perfect moment for her.
Okay. So, anyways,
I had to do
so
it.
I said yes, blah blah blah. So then we had a baby. Then he whipped me up after we had a baby and took me to Vegas. Didn't tell me that we were actually getting married. We walked. We got the sluttiest wedding dress I could
No, it
find,
wasn't slutty. It was classy.
and
it was
he
just-
walked
it
me
was just
down. It
very
was
deep
okay.
cut and
It was
short.
Elvis. We walked down with Elvis, and boom. However many, we don't even know how long we've been married. How long have we been married?
2012,
Which is
13 years.
13
Dang.
years.
So anyway, the
And we've
For a
been
dude
together
to
longer
nail
than
that
that.
one, congratulations on that.
Congratulations.
The best part about the wedding was Amy had these
Oh,
really
please
nice
don't.
boobies, and Elvis danced her down the aisle. Well, this dress was low cut, and a boobie popped out. And
This is what happens when you have a podcast with drinking.
well, we were drinking that night all day, and the camera caught Amy's boobie pop out, which she fixed quickly. Not a big deal. Not like all kinds of nudity. But Elvis looked at his person
And
and was like, and he was like, "Did you see that titty?" Which was in our wedding video.
That's awesome.
That's our life. That's who we are.
There you go.
Phenomenal.
I'm
Phenomenal. I
sorry,
love
you
it.
had to make that into extreme.
Was it not? Did it not happen that way?
Yeah, no, it happened. We had the video. Anyways,
Anyways,
yeah. So how'd you guys get married?
Doesn't beat that.
So I met Charles at a herf, and
So I need to do a shout out real quick to Truth Between Lines, our good friend Brian Walker. He's a political podcaster. So if you don't like politics, don't watch his shit. But if you do, Truth Between Lines, right there, that guy. Go check him out. All right, go ahead.
Cigars with Angels, stalking tunnel, park, fireflies, poop, and engagements. True love, isn't it?
it is. It is. Cigars with Angel, great dude, man. Give him a follow. He's fucking amazing.
I'm gonna have to.
Oh, he's amazing. Yeah, great dude. He's a loyal follower of us, and we love his content as well. Great dude.
All right,
So
for 5 minutes, let y'all do your own show.
Guys, he doesn't ever stop.
This is phenomenal. So, like we always say, we let the show write itself, and I don't know where we're headed, but I'm enjoying it. I mean, it's a great time. I mean, honestly,
This is when I give him an Ambien.
There you go.
Which makes things worse. Next thing you know, I'm running down the street naked.
yeah, dude, we should really hang out because this sounds like most of my life. Yeah, it really
I was
does.
about to say, I need to really make time to go hang out over in Knoxville. So
You got to
Yes, I
bring
am.
your wife. If you come to the deck, wife's required.
Yeah,
Oh, there you
nobody
go.
ever brings their wife. It's always men here.
And I'm not saying
Oh.
that because we're fucking swingers. A lot of people think that. That is not the case.
Who even said that?
A lot of people say that.
I can't say it didn't pop in my head, but
There
the wife
are
is
no
al-
swingers.
the wife is always by my side, and there's been people that have said that about us too. So honestly, like I get it. Like we just listen. We're comfortable. I'm gonna say this. I've never said this on air. Jesus, I can't believe I'm saying this on air. People have said it about us, but we're comfortable in who we are, and we know who we're going home with, and we're having fun. You know what I mean? Like so, like
Yeah.
none of that matters to us. So like I honestly, when people have said it, like they gotta be. No, we're not. We're just having fun, and we know who we are. We know who we're going home with. So.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's a perfect statement. And Josephus, I'm only wearing this because it's super fucking hot outside. And when you create a YouTube channel and you call it Deck Night on the Rocks,
Worst thing ever.
oh, I will say that I completely agree with him. I am
Would've
outside
never done
in my area too, and it's fucking hot as hell out here.
so when you call it Deck Night on the Rocks, you got to do it on the deck.
And then you have to try to do it at nighttime. We were stupid. We got
So
to change it.
half of our shit is inside or during the day. It's not deck night. The reason we're called, and this I guess is what you guys were asking about our history and stuff. The reason we're called deck night is because before we started this shit, I used to come home. Amy would be at our business and she would be working late, and I'd be at work, and I'd come home before her, and then I would text her and say, "Hey, deck night tonight?" And she's like, "Yeah, deck night." That's just deck night. That's all we'd say, which meant we were going to come when she got home after work. We'd meet out on the deck and we were going to drink. And that's where it started. And then our youngest daughter, we would pop a bottle, we'd drink it, and then we'd talk about it, the notes and all this shit that typical whiskey fucking full of shit bastards in their YouTube channels with their bullshit fucking notes and stuff. We would do it for real because we'd say, "Oh, that tastes like ass," or "It tastes like whatever." And she's like, "You should put," our daughter said, "You should video this and put it on YouTube."
Those 10.
And our very
She's
first
awesome.
video was our smoke wagon video. And it's her in the video. The camera's just doing this shit because you got a 10-year-old holding my phone. And she's like, "Can I put it down now?" And I'm like, "No, shut up." This is a great video.
Well, and then everybody thought we were the worst parents in the world.
Yeah, they're like, "Why would you put your daughter on your liquor video?" I'm like,
She's the
Why
one that
w-
created it.
why
And so
wouldn't
we
we?
had her. So now she is no longer a part of it because we got so much hate for it.
and she's sick of us.
Mr. Richie, you know who she
Lexi
is.
rocks. I 100%. Lexi rocks. Go Whataburger and 100%.
Oh, you know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Yeah. So
yeah.
Lexi is the one who taught
Florida
us
State.
everything that we know.
Lexi rocks. Florida steak. Whataburger. Gotta love it. So
Got
if
rid
you
of all
know,
those
you
words.
know. So I will-
That's how you get free bottles.
that's how you get free Angels Envy. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah.
So okay, we'll go. You already started bringing it up. So you guys get married in a wonderful, I
You go
don't
ahead,
know how.
say it wherever you want to do it.
a wonderful Las Vegas experience. And so what actually started getting you to, I know you talked about, hey, are we going to have a deck night? Going to go have a drink? What made you decide, hey, what'd you put up there? What was that?
He brought out short barrel.
I thought since we're smoking cigars,
So it's not Eagle Rare? Why is it not Eagle Rare?
Because we don't like Buffalo Trace that much, and I wanted to get a cigar blend.
Eagle Rare's not Buffalo Trace.
Eagle
It is
Rare,
a Buffalo Trace.
It is Buffalo Trace. You mean rare breed?
A rare breed. I'm sorry.
What we want.
So what ended up getting you guys into deciding that you were going to start the channel? So why was Deck Night started?
So our daughter was like, you guys are she's 10. We have 4 kids, one that was pretty much adopted, and then our other 2, so we have a 22-year-old. I don't even know how old
Natalie's 22, Emma's 21, Aiden's 18, and AJ
is now 13,
is
almost 14 years old.
next month.
Your kids are my age, or your kids are my kids' age.
Oh, well, congratulations. You're almost done too. So, so our youngest was like, I'm just going to film you, which all young kids are into all the TikTok and all those wonderful things that we had no clue about. And she got us into it and she showed us how to do it. And she did it for a couple times. People kept liking us and she was showing us how to get subscribed. We had no clue. And it just went off. She edited all our videos.
She edited our first probably 10, 15 videos.
Mm-hmm. And she showed us how it was done. And Miss Lori and Mr. Richard, who's on there now, they all just kept with us. And then we found this family that we loved, right?
When we first started this, I was like, there's no way in hell that I was embarrassed to start.
We were embarrassed.
I was like, I'm not going to post it. I can't do it. I'm just going to all my work friends are going to make fun of me.
And we hid it from everybody.
And we finally posted them. And it's not like we did great.
No.
But there's a lot of bourbon channels out there that they'll have, their views are like 10, 20, 30 per video. Well, we get at least 1,000 to 3,000 or 4,000 views per video. And it started that way right from the get-go. And we hit 1,000 subscribers within 6 or 7 months. So we did good. We haven't done great. We did good. We did better than some people. We didn't do as good as others, but we did good enough to keep doing this shit. We're almost 3 years into it, and we're still doing it, even though Amy hates it.
Yeah, I think I've gotten into the point that I can do without sometimes. This guy has made it his hobby. Half the time, I don't even watch our videos.
You've never watched our videos.
So he loves it. And when your husband has something that he has dig into, and Jonathan's on here, and you have these friends on here that Dutch Drinks, one of them who came all the way from Arizona to come and see us, and him and his wife are now great friends of ours. I don't know. It's just something that we've become to love.
Hey, Dutch, I don't know if you saw me call you today. I need that tracking number, by the way.
Shut up. Don't do that. And I'm
so
sure you guys
really quickly, if anybody is on here that's not used to our podcast, go ahead and do us a favor, like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. We would appreciate it. So you're talking about that you guys, in your, in the whiskey tube era, that you guys are in the lower, the lower numbers of people. That's where we're at in the cigar industry. We constantly have cigar brands and people talk about how what we do is nothing like what anybody else is doing. We're still struggling to get our numbers up in the YouTube area. We are huge on Instagram. I mean,
you are
anywhere from 70. We're 75 to 100,000 views a month.
No, you guys
easy.
Are huge.
On a bad day. On YouTube, we're nothing. We're 100 or 200 and what are we at?
Yeah, we're almost 300 subscribers, and most of our videos are in the 200 to 300 views range, which is not great. It's nowhere near where you guys are, but I mean we're like 9-10 months in. But I will say this: we're trying to branch out, which is a big reason. I mean, obviously we love you guys and we love your content. We subscribe, we follow, we really want to see you guys succeed as well. But we're trying to branch out into different avenues of bourbon and rums and tequilas, and not just bourbon and liquor tastings, but like we want to be known as a good podcast, not just a good cigar podcast. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. And we're I feel like people that don't even like or love cigars could tune in here and have some laughs and have some fun and enjoy the content. And we're trying to get that out there. And I feel that you guys are pretty much in the same genre because you guys have great fucking content. And I feel like you guys, people that don't even like bourbon, should really watch you guys because, you know, it's the same thing. We enjoy good laughs. We enjoy good people around us. And we want to have good content. So, yeah, maybe you guys speak to that a little bit.
One of the things I will say that I got connected with these guys is because Homer was very adamant about, he said it earlier about, these fucking people who want to like do 14 different notes on, a different whiskey or whatever. He was somebody that was willing to go out there and say, everybody in the world is hyping up this whiskey. This whiskey's trash. He wasn't worried about somebody that was trying to sponsor him or give him free samples. He was like, I'm going out there. I'm going to my local store that's out there. I'm buying my whiskey, and I'm going to tell you what it really tastes like. And it's somebody who's not pulling off 14 different notes. He's saying, this is hot as hell. This is burning my palate. This is something that tastes like dog shit. I do not like it. And then, one thing I loved about Amy was that she was like,
completely different.
I do enjoy this one. I'm picking up notes of this and this. But even though that I'm picking up notes in this and this, she's like, this really isn't a good whiskey. I do not like this. I can pick up the notes, but this is trash. They were willing to be honest when everybody else was willing to try to pander to all the different whiskey brands to try to get a new sample sent to them. And that's one thing that I enjoyed. And then it was the other thing that I enjoyed was the chemistry between the two, was realizing that they were willing to fight back and forth about it and just have fun with it instead of being like, oh, it's okay. And then the other one be like, it's so nice. They were willing to fight about it. They were legitimately honest people giving honest reviews. They weren't trying to pander. And I love that about them.
And everybody has to realize that as we're still in the same household, we eat the same food, doesn't mean we're going to like the same things. And you can't just follow any person and say, oh, I have that palate. And I get that some of these things that they say, and we're like, what the fuck is that? I don't even know what that is. I got to go look it up in a dictionary.
I'm not going to, this isn't a call out, and I'm not.
No,
like,
don't you do it.
Stop.
Don't.
Do it.
I'm doing it.
Do
No,
it.
no.
Do it. Do it.
This
Do
isn't
it.
a call out, and
Do
this
it.
isn't.
He's doing it.
This isn't a call out, and this isn't a challenge.
No, you don't.
But there was one of the channels that I dug and I really enjoyed watching was the bourbon. It's Bourbon Night.
Bourbon Night.
And they got a great content. They had a great channel. It was a husband and wife, I guess.
Chad and Sarah.
Yeah. Well, they're divorced now. And
Yep.
now it's
Are they really?
Yes, now it's the Chaz.
They got a divorce. It's Chad and Chad.
Man, that bourbon can separate you.
Well, but the thing is I watched a lot of their stuff when we first got into it. But I stopped watching it because the hobby becomes a job, and I stopped losing interest, and I just got to get our stuff done, and I don't have time for their stuff. So I felt like, and this is my opinion. This is not facts. I do not know them. I've never met them. I'm not.
Good job saying.
I'm not telling you truth. I'm telling you what I think. those two seemed, which was I enjoyed their stuff, but it seemed like it's just like you said, Charles. This is this, and the other, like, yeah, you're right. Amy and I are not like that. I was like, hey, I like this. Amy's like, it tastes like ass. I'm like, well, you're wrong. And she's like, well, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, well, you're right, because I don't know what I'm talking about. Some of those channels, and I just use them as an example. The people that I'm gonna be honest with you, the people that do it by themselves, that's tough. That is hard to keep going like Dave does, and having content by themselves. They're not playing off someone else. But the channels that play off each other, are they really playing off each other? Or are they just blowing smoke up your ass at the same time instead of just truthfully telling you what they feel? Because I've watched a lot of YouTube bourbon shit, and I'm like, man, just tell me what you think. Don't blow smoke at my ass. And I feel like there's a lot of smoke in my asshole.
See, that's kind of the way I feel with the cigar industry, is that you will have a lot of cigar reviewers that they will go and they're like, I get, all these common things. I get chocolate or, black pepper. And then they'll say, I get dark mandarin oranges mixed with a turkey, and it tastes like Christmas. And it's like, how are you getting that it tastes like Christmas? And it's like it's one of those things where they're trying to one up somebody else, and it's like, come on, just talk honestly.
Yeah.
Well, Amy actually said, I don't remember what it was, but I know Amy said this tastes like Christmas one time. You did say that.
There are some bourbons that taste like Christmas.
Oh, there is a lot of ryes that taste like Christmas.
You just got to be in the mood.
I will say, I love it.
Don't inhale.
I will say, so I'm going to give a quick shout out to Joe Kennedy. He was on one of our earlier podcasts, and he does his own review most of the time. And that guy has built a ridiculous, his tasting notes are, I would put him up with Charles. Charles's tasting notes on cigars is unbelievable. Like, I'm nowhere near where he's at. But I will say, Charles and I decided from minute one, we were going to buy every cigar that we smoke, because we want to give an.
Oh, he's locked up.
He
again.
froze up. He's saying that we want to give an honest review over what we do. So it's not about us, a brand sending us something, and that we have to be beholden to them. That we want to buy the stuff that we are going to smoke. That way we can give an honest review, and we don't have to like cater to a sponsor's needs.
It's awesome.
Thank you.
I need you to throw your hat. I need you to throw your hat. Get upset.
Mick, throw it, Mick. I'm gonna throw mine. We'll throw it
getting-
together. You ready?
It must.
Fuck. That's what I do when I get mad. Fuck. Right, Charles?
I like it.
Yeah. So, and that's the biggest thing, is that even when people, and we want to give them the greatest shout out, we got to give our honest reviews.
You butcher.
Nick needs Homer tech support. Oh my God. If you've ever been on any of their lives, it's like
always,
our stuff.
It's always bad.
You cannot do an episode just with them or with us where there's not some kind of tech support that's needed. It's so great.
You got to have this great, awesome followers who are like, we just want to see the hat thrown. That's all we want.
Yep.
I'm gonna just stay muted. I'm just pissed off right now, so I'm just gonna stay muted. Enjoy the show, guys. I appreciate it.
No, Mick, I need a rant. I need a Mick rant. I need a rant. I need a fucking.
Mick is good about rants. Go for it, Mick.
Rant. Give me a rant.
I'll throw my laptop off the fucking deck into the pond. It'll be fun. It'll be
yeah.
a good time.
Then we won't see it. All right, everybody with me. Everybody with me. Charles, Amy. Rant.
Rant.
Don't
Rant.
throw the computer.
Don't
You think I can make the pond from here?
Is that
I
a
think I can make the
pond?
pond.
Yeah,
Got a great view.
It's beautiful. Right?
Well, see,
Yeah.
what the running joke is, usually during a podcast, he has to put himself on mute because there's so many geese out there that it drowns out his voice. So usually if the geese are going, we tell everybody, every time you hear it, say fucking geese.
Do you guys hear our fucking cicadas and shit? The goddamn.
No, I'm too busy listening to mine.
Jimmy says Amy can keep it from freezing.
Jimmy Pickens in the house.
Jimmy Pickens.
It's one of our members. We got some members in here tonight.
Yeah, you
You've
can
had
tell
quite a
our
few on here.
members that are in here. They are all calling us out like crazy. B Butcher said, "Uh-oh, Rex show in the house."
Wait, so I know it. You don't get any entries to win, except if you type in what our scroll says. But if you are a deck night watcher, what are all of the keywords that you need to enter in? But afterwards, type in hashtag real smoke. So Florida State, what a burger.
Our guys know what they're supposed to do.
Lexi.
Oh, I know they do. Lexi rocks.
Hey,
But
If you want to.
can we give away something on your show?
I'll tell
Yes.
you what I'll do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll give away one of our maker picks.
Oh,
Okay.
our
Holy
maker
shit.
pick. Let me go get one.
No,
And then
I
anybody can
actually
order-
don't think we have one.
Well, we have open one that we can get.
I'm gonna jump in here quick before I fucking freeze up again. So I love everything about you guys, what you guys do, and the banner back and forth, and the content is spot on, man. It's literally what we strive for. Like we really try to keep everything fresh and fun and enjoyable for our viewers. But I gotta say, man, the Florida State thing, it hurts me a little bit. Like I grew up to hate
Because you're a Mike
Florida
Norvell
State.
fan from Memphis?
No. I'm a Penn State guy. I'm a Penn State guy.
Okay. So go ahead.
I'm sure you got some jokes, but it'll be all right. But I've
No,
grown over the years to not hate them as much. But it was because of the chant thing, because it was a local. I hated the chant because of it was because I hated the Braves. It's because our local high school team, their rival, also did the chant, and also Florida State did the chant. So it is what it is.
You do know that the Braves and the Chiefs stole that shit from Florida State, right? Florida State, Bobby Bowden
Let's
created
not talk
that.
football.
Bobby Bowden.
You started something.
Bobby Bowden created the war chant. Bobby Bowden created Osceola and Renegade. All of that is Bobby Bowden. The Braves, the Chiefs. Matter of fact, when you hear the Chiefs, and
Mr. Ritchie put the Gators.
and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, when you hear the war chant playing, that is literally the Florida State marching Chiefs playing that.
All right, give away our bottle.
Hey, so let me say I'll follow it up with this, and I'll give you credit. Bobby Bowden is on that same level with which I know this is going to take some heat too, but Joe Paterno, Bobby Bowden, Nick Saban, like some of the greatest coaches of all time in college football.
So Amy doesn't like talking football on here because this isn't a football podcast, but I'm gonna say this real.
I'm okay with talking football. He just goes on a rant and it's awful. Like,
So let me say this:
it's not good.
if Bobby Bowden had the opportunity to play in a 4-team playoff from the 1980 through 2000, Florida State would have 10 to 15 national championships.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Because
Yep.
Florida
I can't disagree with
Florida State is the only team in the country that played a team on the caliber of Miami and Florida every year. Miami didn't play Florida. Florida didn't play Miami, but Florida State played Miami and Florida. And those were the three best teams in the country through the 80s and the 90s. And Florida State had to play both of them. And one of those two teams always beat them. It was either Miami beat them, and then Florida State was always 11-1, and they would always knock them out of the opportunity to have the national championship. And if they had a 4-team playoff, Florida State would have 10 to 15 national championships. So fuck Nick Saban and fuck Alabama.
Who wants to come over and watch Florida State play?
Who wants?
There we
Hey,
go. All right, so
I'm not gonna disagree with any of that. I will say there was like 1 or 2 years in there that Penn State would have held a candle, but honestly, Florida State dominated those fucking years, and it was all based on popularity at that point, and it sucks that it went that way. Like honestly, if it was a playoff, it would have a lot of times gone Florida State's way. Bobby Bowden was a great coach, man.
all right, so what we're going to do is this. What is it that you're going to give away?
We're going to give away an unopened bottle you guys give it away, and Charles, you get all the information. You send it to me, and
we'll get it to you.
I'll mail it to them.
However you want to give it away.
So we're gonna give away a bottle of this. This is our store pick that Amy and I, and Nate Roberts, one of our members who runs the Campbell Station Wine and Spirits here in Knoxville, took us on a pick. We were part of it. This is the bottle we picked. I don't have an unopened one, but I can get one. Anybody, however you want to give it away, Charles,
We'll take care of it.
You give me the information. I'll handle the shipping. I'll pay for the bottle. I'll do all of it. You don't have to worry about nothing. You just give me their address. I'll send it.
And we're asking all of our members to go make sure that they follow the Cigar Vault and like and subscribe.
So everybody go follow Charles
The real
37 pages, and then whatever pages Mick has, the Real Smoke Podcast,
pages.
and then
So go
for anybody that follows the Real Smoke Podcast to follow Deck Not on the Rocks.
So here's how we'll do this one.
Thank
So
you.
we have a couple of we have two sets of questions we're going to ask you. One of them is a this and that, and it refers to you and Amy. So we'll do that one. Everybody else, if you want to get a chance to win that bottle, we will go ahead and do that drawing before we do any of our others. We'll do that before the end of the podcast. We'll do this one. So type in the comments either on Facebook or on YouTube. Type in hashtag RealSmoke that you see on there. That'll be the first drawing that we give away at the end of this set of questions. So Homer and Amy, one of the things that we like to do is anytime that we have a team, a duo, we like to ask a set of questions called this and that. So it's basically I'm going to ask a couple of questions, and you guys determine whether it's Homer or whether it's Amy. So when it comes to the podcast or in life, by the way, everybody go ahead and type in hashtag RealSmoke. Whether it comes to the podcast or in life, who is the first one that is stressed?
You're not supposed to say anything. Are we supposed to say it?
Yeah, both of you. Yeah, both of you answer. Who do you think the first one stressed is? All right. So Homer is. Which one of you has the worst?
We'll cover shipping. Somebody asked that. We'll cover shipping.
Who is the first one? Who has the worst temper? All right. So when it comes to the stuff with the podcast, who's the best with the money that's brought in? Oh, wow. You're on a roll. So when it comes to the podcast, who is the idea person? Amy's the idea person.
Okay.
So when it comes to drinking whiskey or bourbon, who has the best palate?
Ooh.
Oh, there you go.
At least
all their answers have been the same. That's awesome.
Because I know my wife, I love her with every bit of my being, and
he just knows what's right for him.
She is. Without this woman, I don't exist.
Aww.
That's how I feel about mine. I completely agree.
Bravo.
But I love our members who are answering it with us, and they're saying the truth.
Yes.
Keep throwing them at me, and I can't guarantee they'll all be agreeance, but they'll probably be pretty close because we are just like you said earlier, you and your wife, we are best friends. We are one, and I don't exist without her.
Man, the shit you
we're
guys
very
gave me.
transparent, though, because our members are completely agreeing with everything.
The shit you guys have given each other all night, it really melts my heart. I mean, that's kind of sentimental and weird, but honestly,
I love it.
The shit you guys have given each other all night, and you're still like, yeah, you guys are my everything. So, honestly, bravo, well done.
I'm gonna go bang his brains out.
I hope so.
Oh dang!
All right, Charles.
All right.
Give me
So who is the best storyteller?
Yeah. Even though he keeps ranting.
Who's the best salesman when you're out talking about the podcast? Who's the best salesman? There you go.
She sells everything, Charles, and our other
know.
we don't talk about.
I already know.
I'm buying.
Yep. 100%. Who's got the best jokes? Give me a joke.
Oh, we're disagreeing.
No, hold on.
It's
Are you
coming.
talking like,
You're not funny.
hold on. Are we talking about just off the cuff randomness or like dad jokes?
It doesn't matter. Dad joke, something that
You're
you've
a
got
dad
stored,
No, I don't have any
Something-
dad jokes. My dad jokes
something
are
you got stored in the back, something you like to
No.
tell.
I think we
Well-
both don't find each other funny.
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that because like
Don't go into it. Next question.
yeah, I don't think that's not saying it's not a good question. I just don't think that it applies to us because we're not really that funny. We're just kind of off the cuff.
Who's the creative one?
Mm.
Oh.
Well, it depends. It
Oh.
depends what you're talking about.
Anything.
Amy's very
See,
Amy's very creative in her world. I'm creative in my world. We're equally creative. I think it's a good
when
way,
it comes
but-
when it comes to your channel and you have ideas about what you want to shoot, who's the creative one? Gotcha.
me.
Last one. Who is the whiskey nerd that is all about figuring out all the innuendos and everything else? Oh,
really?
wow.
No,
I just
I'm
don't
the- I'm-
care
I'm the-
until I want to care.
I'm the whiskey like FOMO. She is the whiskey like when I bring it home, she's the one that can open it up, pour it, smell it, drink it, and dive deep into it.
And tell him he's an idiot.
I'm the one that doesn't want to miss out on every fucking bottle that's produced.
Oh yeah, I don't
She
care.
could give a fuck less. But
I'm not-
whenever you bring it home and I pour it, she's the one that can dive deep into
Randy
what
O
you're
is in the
drinking.
house. Hi, Randy O.
So it depends what you mean by that question.
All right, so we're going to give away the bottle that you were talking about, and make sure you type in #RealSmoke. I was not expecting this, so I do not have it set up to where it's going to be 3 cameras on right now. So it's probably going to put 2 of us on there as well as the giveaway. So we are about to do that one. Make sure you guys, to enter, you have to make sure that you live in the continental United States. When your name is drawn, you have to put in the comments that you are here. Anybody that is on there watching, please hold your congratulations until they say they are here. They have roughly 30 seconds to say that they are here. This will go to anybody that's on there, and everybody else will have a chance to win other things as well. So
Shout out Bad Axe Bourbon right there.
And
Bad Axe
Justin
Bourbon.
Leaps and Randy O.
Bobby Bad Axe in the house.
Oh man, that's awesome. I love that your followers are carrying over, man. Like this is we want to
love
help
it.
each other. This is great.
Make sure to go and like and subscribe and follow. However you do it all.
Everybody, Bad Axe Bourbon, Truth Between Lines, Real Smoke
And,
Podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that stuff. House Bourbon.
Oh yeah.
all right, so as everybody can see, we do have the giveaway tool drawn up here. So guys, if you have #RealSmoke on here, make sure that you put that #RealSmoke in the comments if you're on Facebook or YouTube. If you one thing that we have to say for StreamYard is that even if you don't see your name on the scroll bar, if you typed in the giveaway, that it is on there. So here we go. So
Bucks in
the first
house,
one is
$5.
There we go. So our winner is going to be, for this one, make sure you are in the continental United States. It is going to be the Smoking Psalmist. So
Uh-oh.
I will.
Yay!
We will have to
Yeah.
roll again because our brother is from New Zealand and we cannot ship to New Zealand.
We can't.
So we
Why?
will have to go one more time.
Oh, that sucks for him.
Unless you ship it to me and I give it to him in June, but it probably won't happen. So let's
Wait.
I'm gonna meet with him in June.
Up to you.
His name got
Oh,
drawn
I think it's
again.
Destin. If you're going
For
to
the
June,
second
we can ship it to you.
And
Since
I've been drinking too. But I'm going to meet up with him in October when he's in the United States. He's visiting the United States. Psalmist, respond. Can you drink the bottle in the week and a half that you're in the United States? If you can, I got you.
He is one of our followers that lives in New Zealand, and he is coming to the United States with his wife for their anniversary, and they're going to travel from California up to New England, and he's meeting with some of our cigar people just to say hi. So,
well, and we're going to have a bottle waiting on him.
Well, if he drives through Knoxville, I'll meet up with him.
He says, guys, it's okay. He'll buy one. It's okay. So
he's not gonna,
we're going to give him one, but go ahead. We're going to have one
buy,
waiting on you, but go ahead and give another person.
He's not going to buy this one because this is the best Maker's Mark ever made. But I'll tell you what I'll do.
We're going to give him
Charles,
one.
I'll tell you what I'll do. If the smoking psalmist is driving from California to wherever, if he drives through Knoxville, which if you're driving from California, if
you're crazy,
if I'll give him one, you go ahead and give another one. We'll give it to somebody else.
So here we go.
If he comes through our way and we can make it happen, I'll give it to
him. And Rob the Cigar Czar is on here. He is from Louisiana. If you are on here, Rob, let us know. And you have about 30 seconds to say that you are here, and we will get you one of their store picks.
He's here.
Let's see. Rob says he is here. He is here. So, Rob, do me a favor. You know what to do. You have won before on other things. Send Mick your mailing name, address, phone number. We will get it to Homer and Amy, and we will make sure that you get that.
Charles, we can make it easy. I can just put my email on there. He just send it to me, and we can just cut you out. We don't have to worry about all the middleman shit.
There you go. Go ahead and if you can post your email address on there, Rob, send Homer your email address.
Do that correctly, honey. That's
right.
Not right.
That
no,
is
it's 100%
not. Right. decknightotr@gmail.com.
Okay.
Rob, if you got that, let me know.
Send it to decknightotr@gmail.com. You send me your information. Send me your mailing address, and I'll get it to you.
Make sure you send him the urine sample as well.
Of course.
All right.
But we're definitely going to have to get this New Zealand a bottle.
Yeah. So whoever.
I will say this: he's meeting up with Mick in Memphis. So a way to get that to happen is get up with Mick, get it to Mick, and he can get it to him because he will 100% be meeting up with Mick. He's meeting up with him probably on his third or fourth day in. So
yeah, Mick, if you don't mind sending us your address, I'd hate to cut him out. If you don't, we'll send you a bottle.
I got you.
I ain't above sending too.
Absolutely.
All right. So
no, I was gonna say he's one of our biggest fans. He's a great dude. He's one of our Patreon subscribers, and we're gonna make it happen. He's gonna meet up with me in Memphis, and we're gonna show him a good time here. So he's a really good dude. I'm excited.
Well, the smoking psalmistness.
Yeah.
You have to like and subscribe to Deck Nut on the Rocks, or I'm not sending it to Mick.
Oh God.
Oh, he sure will. Promise.
I guarantee he already has.
Buck, thank you for doing a smart chat. Is that what it's called? A smart chat?
I don't know.
He put $5 into everybody.
Super chat.
A super chat into the Cigar Vault.
Yeah, so Buck McAntlerson is one of our members, and him and I just went to Short Barrel with Dave from House Bourbon. Had a great time. He's a good dude. So, and he has his own little YouTube channel. It's not as
wait, hold on. Should add a sample of the oh God, Buck, please. Can't even finish it.
Barrel of Ascom. Hey, Dave and I tried it 2 days ago. It is not ready to be tried. It is a barrel of ass at this point. Not even cum.
Homer over here is trying to build his own barrel, and it's definitely
he's got the infinity barrel going on, right?
Yeah, and no, it's not infinity. It's just the barrel that he's doing,
okay.
And he has soaked it with his own cum, I believe, and stealing it into it as he is running to get it and showing him his cum on it.
Barrel.
You gotta show him the back
Hold
end.
on, I'll get to it. So I made this barrel, and I was like, God, I hope this barrel doesn't taste like ass. And then it had a big leak in it, so I put wax on the back. So now it looks like a barrel of ass cum.
So our viewers,
And if you listen, we put 12 bottles of White Dog Buffalo Trace in here, and I swear to God, it's almost half gone.
yeah, it's
And
gone.
it's been, what, 3 months?
Wow.
So I got to keep it in the house because if I leave it outside on the deck where I first left it, it's losing like a half a bottle a day.
But as much as we love our viewers, they have nicknamed this barrel.
Barrel of ass cum.
Oh wow.
They're gonna, yeah, that's how this goes. Anyways, so we can't. Homer has to go to work in the morning.
All right, so we're gonna finish.
Me too.
We're gonna finish.
Me
Up,
too.
we're gonna finish up here, and
I'm having
The
a great
last
time.
thing that
Let's
we
go
have
all night long.
No,
I'll just go
you have
straight
to
to
go
work.
to
in the
work.
morning. I just gotta
the last thing that we have to do with you guys is what we call Hotbox questions. So we talked about it earlier about Hotbox is when you like take a cigarette and just it's quick puffs or whatever. So it's quick.
Do you know what a
questions.
hot box in our house is?
I'm afraid to ask.
Oh, it's when Homer takes a. Is that it?
No, that's
It's
a
for
Dutch
everybody.
oven.
Oh, it's a Dutch oven.
Oh yeah, Dutch oven.
That's not the same thing.
No, but they get the idea.
Nope, not quite.
Never mind. Keep going.
So this is the Dutch oven questions. It is 10 random questions that Mick and I are going to ask to you, and we're going to see what you guys have to say. So as we like to ask everybody, are you interested in playing some Hotbox questions?
She damn right we are.
There we go. So we got to say hello to the sponsor of the Hotbox questions, Beard Apothecary.
What's going on, everyone? I'm out here tonight. We got thunderstorm just starting. It's raining, but I don't care because this is for the Real Smoke podcast. My boys Mick and Charles. A couple things coming from Beard Apothecary. We've got the Bougie Grunt, modeled after a great friend of ours. Here comes the rain, and then we got our summer scent called the Daddy-O. This one here smells like that old Hawaiian Tropic suntan lotion. Can't lose with these. We got them in butters, we got them in oils, we got them in car diffusers. Hit us up. Make sure you like and follow Beard Apothecary, and make sure you like and follow Real Smoke Podcast. Peace out.
His beard
All
is
right,
awesome.
So huge thanks to Beard Apothecary. John, you are awesome. We love you so much. But Tanya is our favorite Aldi. So we just had to say what's up to your wife, and we love her. So, all right. So Hotbox question starts off with Mick. Question number 1.
All right. Question number 1. But before I get into that, Charles, I switched my questions tonight because I said I was going to last week. I didn't tell you, so
I'm
roll
waiting
with
for
it. All right. So, what is your least favorite sound?
All right. Go ahead. People chewing with their fucking mouth open. Sloppy ass
Yep.
slob motherfuckers. Go ahead.
Yep.
Homer's rants.
All right, so that's awesome. So question number 2, when it comes to whiskey, and you guys think about it, whiskey is all about what?
The zing. Gotta have the zing.
Relaxing.
There you go.
Boo.
By the way, we forget to tell you that some of these questions are very shallow. Some of them are very deep. So you can go as shallow or as deep as you want to in all of these.
I had
Question
two
number
answers
3.
to that, but I went with
I want
most.
to know, nope. Want to know the other one. What's the other answer?
Getting fucking drunk.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Why not? Right? That's what we do. That's what we do.
Hey,
All right,
Mick.
question.
I'm just saying. Josephus wants to know something.
Oh, really?
Anyways, go ahead. Question number
That
3.
is hilarious. What did he want to know?
He
You'll
said,
find out later, probably.
Okay.
all day
okay.
I think about sex.
Oh, okay.
All I do is think about the fucking corn song. All right, never mind.
Adidas.
I'm old,
All right.
corn, whatever.
Matt Booth, part 2.
A little Adidas. All right. Question number 3. Do you have a favorite musical band or artist?
Very true.
I have a lot. I love Guns N' Roses.
Not
Man,
older.
I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm gonna have to go with GNR because you put me on the spot. Maybe Poison, just 80s fucking hairband shit.
Because he's old.
I am old.
Hey, so hang on. I say this every week. There's a reason I ask this because I need some music to put the after promos on the air. So like I always put music to it, and I just need to know what you guys want to put on your show. So
Eric Church.
there you go.
Smoke a little
So
weed.
either do smoke a little smoke,
Smoke a little
I got
smoke.
you.
or
I got you.
some obscure guns. GNR, not fucking sweet.
What
Child
song do you
of
want?
Mine.
What song do you want? Tell me what
Something
song you want.
obscure, like Rocket Queen, or
Rocket
It's
Queen.
So Easy, or My Michelle, or One in a Million.
Next.
Not Sweet Child of Mine, and not Welcome to the Jungle.
I got you, bro.
All right, so question number 4. What is each of your favorite guilty pleasure?
Oh,
What is? Give me a definition of guilty pleasure, because I know
Use your imagination.
no.
Yes.
That is all he thinks about.
I mean, look at her.
He's a
My
happily
guilty
married man.
pleasure
He's a happily married
pleasure
man. I will
is-
agree with as being
is
a
it-
happily married man. That's what all I think about as well.
is it as women, we don't think the same.
You don't have to.
I want
That's what
my
I asked.
Netflix.
What is each of yours?
My Netflix
And chill.
and not chill. It's food. Netflix and food in bed. That is my guilty pleasure.
So what
And
is that?
he's
What is
not
that guilty
talking.
pleasure? What is that guilty pleasure food that
Homer
you're
feels
sitting
the
in
same.
there? Yeah. Hush.
What?
So
It's
you're
not
sitting in
between
bed
her
watching
legs or on her
Netflix. What is that food?
If it's not between her legs or on her chest, probably a very quality made blueberry,
Oh, you're
blackberry,
a blackberry
or
pie.
peach pie.
Oh, yeah, with ice cream on the side.
But I'm gonna volunteer that or these first. That's what I.
And I'm gonna go first with his blackberry pie.
She likes some cock every now and again. Don't let her lie.
Second, after the pie. Or first, because then I'm too full.
She's in the right mood.
Whataburger, Randy said Whataburger. You're
Yeah,
right. Whataburger in
Whataburger.
bed. Oh, yeah.
You're right.
I love it.
All right.
I love it. All right. So question number 5. I changed this one this week because I made a promise to Hayes Gray that I would change it this week. So if you could, so this is going like total news this week. If you could bring back one of people for the final performance, Ozzy or Hulk, who would it be?
Ozzy.
Ozzy, all the way.
100%.
Even though Hulk was just today, and you guys said it perfectly at
I
your
know.
beginning of your show. We just said last night, who's the third person?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
We are
They was the
100%
third.
believe with your opening.
yeah, we were
Thank you.
listening to that. We were nodding. We're like, oh, we just said that.
Hulk was great. He did an awesome, and I was a huge. I watched WrestleMania 3. I watched him slam Andre the Giant.
I watched his reality show.
Hulk was
Yeah, me
awesome.
too.
I went and saw Ozzy about 99, and that was a wonderful fucking show.
And his reality show was fun too.
His reality show was great. It was better
It
than
was
Hulk.
good.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Anyway, so
Yeah,
so
Ozzy.
does that fit?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. 100%.
Unfortunately, Theo, I liked Cos, but I don't have to bring him back.
No. Ozzy was iconic.
Oh, yeah.
I would. I mean,
So hard.
He was the
that,
demon
that's
in darkness, man.
that's
He
kind of what I was
cool.
saying in the opening is that, you know, with the Cosbys, yeah, that was something I grew up with, but I could have taken it or leaving it. But when it came to Ozzy
Okay, you
or it
can
came to
drop it.
Hawk, it was one of the things that both of them really transformed different parts of my life. They
yeah,
were
when you said today that was your childhood, and we were like, oh my
You're
God,
right.
yeah.
Our childhood died today, this month.
Yeah.
And Ozzy
It did.
In
Hulk-
every aspect of anybody's life.
And that just states
Of
how
our-
fucking amazing Ozzy was, because Hulk was a one of a kind,
Oh yeah.
the creator of greatness. He made wrestling what wrestling is to this day. Even though wrestling sucked ass compared to what it was in the 80s and 90s,
But that's
Hulk
them.
created it. But Ozzy,
well. See,
Ozzy puts Hulk to shame. Ozzy was
when
And
you
then
when
you
you
talk
talk
about
about when you talk about the three of them, you had family comedy, you had innovative music, and then you had lifestyle, reality TV for men.
Yeah.
You had
Yeah, did
the
all just die?
you had the entire gambit from family comedy to adult comedy, which was wrestling. And the some of the three main people just passed in a week.
Yeah, and this
That's
fucking
bad.
month. And one of our
In a
members,
couple days.
Dustin Dye, just said, let me scroll back on these comments. He said Hulk wrestled in Knoxville back in the day. Knoxville had one of the biggest
It did.
regions. And
Our mayor.
Charles, do you remember Easttown Mall?
Yeah. Before it
Do you
closed down.
remember-
It's
Do you
now
remember the movie?
Amazon.
Do you remember the movie theater at Easttown Mall?
Yeah.
The Regal?
That's where I first went.
Who was the ticket terror at Easttown Mall in the late 90s? Do you remember?
No.
Mr. Fuji.
Mr. Fuji, yes.
He
Yes.
tore
way.
our tickets at Easttown Mall's Regal.
Because he lived in
Theater.
No way.
Dandridge. He
Yeah,
lived in
and what-
Dandridge.
Mark Canterbury. Do you remember him?
No.
Mark
Nobody knows who
Canterbury.
he is.
He lived in Dandridge. He
Yeah.
He was a big time wrestler in the late 90s. And then who was our fucking mayor in Knoxville right
Yeah.
now?
Yeah. Glenn Jacobs
Glenn
lived
Jacobs.
in Dandridge for a long time. My
Yeah.
mother-in-law was his postal carrier.
Yeah, and he is the mayor of Knoxville. Glenn Jacobs, fucking Kane, is
Kane.
the mayor of Knoxville.
Well, he's not
Knox
dead.
County.
So keep going.
All right, he's not dead, and he's amazing. Moving on, you're right.
All right. So question number 6. What is the biggest thing in your life that you're most proud of?
Amy,
Oh.
Aw, and our kids.
no, I love you more than anything in this world. I'm more proud of us being together than anything. I can't think of anything else because
Are you gonna?
I've never
hate me
accomplished
because-
anything in my life but her, and she's
And
the
our
best thing.
children.
You're part of that.
I'm gonna have to say, our children. I love you.
Our children
Congratulations.
So
guys.
together,
our
That's awesome.
family, our
so
family.
together it is you all and your children. So there you
Yeah.
go.
No, so ask the question one more time.
No, he already asked it.
Okay,
We
you said
will
no.
take it. That is a
Moving
great
on.
answer.
Okay, moving on.
Moving on.
Great answer. All right, so I left this one in here because I thought it'd be interesting. If you could choose a superpower, what would it be and why?
Shit, don't ask him that.
First,
God only knows what you're about to say. My
love
superpower are my tits.
those are wonderful superpowers.
I could do anything with these.
Congratulations.
Superpower.
It is my superpower.
No, not
I can get you
your,
to do whatever I want.
not your superpower. Superpowers in the superpower world,
Oh,
like Cyclops or Jean Grey.
oh, I'm not into
or
that super shit. Go
Superman.
ahead, do it.
So are we talking one or like one person's like one of
Whatever you want.
We're gonna get deep into this.
because you could go.
I like
could
where this
say
is going.
I could say Superman because he's got a shit ton of them.
Wait, ask the question again. What was the question?
Are we saying one individual power or one?
No,
one
let him ask the
character?
damn
I'm
question.
asking one individual power or one character's power.
If you could choose a superpower, what
Yeah,
would it be
I'm
and why?
I could say my tits.
Invisibility.
Why invisibility?
Oh, because
Because
if
you
I-
can go into anybody and see what's going on.
Yep.
Because he's dement.
I like poopies.
I only need a superpower power over him, and then I get whatever I want.
She ain't wrong. You should see those things. They're amazing.
Okay, next. Anything else?
Yep. Question number 8. What is the best piece of advice you would tell somebody who is trying to get into the YouTube industry?
Don't do it. It is work. It is hard. Everybody thinks, oh, it's going to bring in money. It overpowers you. I think it becomes you, right?
Befriend somebody who is already super fucking famous and latch onto them and then do your thing.
Unless you really like it and you love it.
That's why we got you on here. Just saying.
Yeah.
So if you guys are out there, make sure you like and subscribe because it is a job.
I'll tell you what,
100%.
people think we make shit tons of money because we have a YouTube channel that's moderately.
No, we don't make anything.
Less than successful.
We just do it because because of the family we've created.
We spend way more money. The best benefit of this YouTube channel is the tax write-off and financially. Now, I don't want people to take away from the relationships and the friends that we've made.
No.
But when you take away the friendships, and you just subtract that out of it, it's the tax write-off. But the tax write-off does not cover the fucking money we spend. You spend more money on this shit than you'll ever make until you're viral, until you're fucking Bruzel or fucking the Beat and Mr. Beast.
But do you want to be that? I don't want to be that.
I do. I do for the financial gains, but I don't want
security.
The security, right? The stability. But I don't want to.
When it comes to like whiskey, to be a Bruzel or a Deck Knight or to be a somebody like Bourbon Junkies or it would be great to be of that status.
I don't want to be overwhelmed to the point to where I can't. I love when we are in public in a bourbon setting and people come to us and we get to interact and talk
to new people
and to what's the religion? Then you're in church. What is it called when you fellowship? You fellowship with each other.
Yeah.
But
or when you're in a cigar lounge and some guy walks up to you and says, "Hey, you remember me?" And you're like, "Not really." And it's like, "Oh shit, I do remember you."
But I don't want it to be so overwhelming that I can't. I don't want to be so super famous that I can't fellowship with everybody. I can't. Hey, how's it going? Go away. I want to be able to have the. I want to be super famous. Not okay. I'm going to say this. I want to be successful, but I don't want to be to the point to where I can't. We can't go to a festival.
You want to be known, but not overwhelmed.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and I think Bruzel, we give a lot of hate to him, but he's became big. And that I don't think he realized how big he got.
I think he knows he is, but it's just impossible to do it. We're not Michael Jordan. And I don't.
But I will say, you talk about that you're not Michael Jordan, but I have also watched different videos where you have guys who come up to you. Hell, I was one of the ones that came up to you, knowing, in a cigar lounge and just said, I just walked by you, tapped you on the shoulder and said, "Hey, love what you're doing." And
that's such you already knew who I was.
Yeah, you kind of gave me Homer, you gave me a double look like, what the fuck? And then Amy's like, I know him from somewhere. Yeah. And then we started talking.
The park.
Yeah.
We got together.
Charles, and I'm not bringing this up to
sometimes you just need to keep going on.
And it was 100% Amy. And I went up there and I said, "Hey," he came up and said hi to us. And you're right. You knew her, but you didn't know me from your previous interactions.
But out of respect, who did I come up to? I came up to you. Yeah. Because you don't come up to somebody's lady. You don't come up to somebody's lady and say, "Hey, I know you." come up to the gentleman and say, "Hey, good job."
But I'm not gonna. Yeah.
Next question.
What did Amy say we should do, and what did we do?
Oh, we went and bought him a bottle.
Let him say it.
Oh. We bought
I will say that after we had the brief interaction, my wife and I were sitting in the lounge having a cigar, and all of a sudden, Homer and Amy come in, and they're like, "Hey, just want to talk to you for a second." It's like, cool. And we have actually been in the chat talking about, different stuff. And he brings a bottle of Chattanooga whiskey. Just happens to be my favorite whiskey brand. If you look up there, everything up there is Chattanooga whiskey. From the moment that they started to the last bottle that they've had. So there is over 20 bottles up there, empty bottles of Chattanooga whiskey. So Amy brings me a bottle and said they wanted to bring me a bottle of something, happened to be something that they enjoyed, and it was Chattanooga whiskey. And I told Homer, I said, that's my favorite whiskey brand. I appreciate it. So that bottle is actually right there.
Is it the 91 or the 111?
91.
And see, that's what I think it's about. I think, and if you can keep that going and keep spreading that joy and being able to do that and have a bourbon channel and be popular with it, just don't ever stop giving.
So Charles, what happened that day was we're smoking Oliva.
Oliva.
Yeah, that's what he's smoking Olivia, but it's not an Olivia.
So Charles, what happened that day was you came up to me and you did what you did, respectfully, nonchalant, just you did it perfectly. And I did not know how to handle that because I'm not used to it.
He's not good at it.
And I went to Amy and I said, "Hey, this
the
happened."
Look was like deer in the headlights.
Exactly. I was like, like the fucking teenager busting a nut.
That's what he does in bed too.
So I went and told Amy, and Amy was like, "Well, we need to go back and say hi and fucking do something." And I'm like, you're retarded.
You're not allowed to say that word.
Fuck it. We got that word back. So anyway, Amy was 100% behind that bottle. And I was super supportive of it, but she was the one, because she's the salesperson. We asked that question, who's the salesman? It's her. And she's like, you need to do this, you need to do that. And I was like, you're right. And that's why we came back in there. 100% because of her. Not because of me. I was like awkward. No, let's leave. Run away. Ah! And she's like,
no, it was awesome. When my wife saw that what it was, she was like, how did they know that's your favorite whiskey brand?
Oh, that's awesome.
I said,
because
I
that's
know.
the one that we were into at that time.
We didn't know.
Yeah, so was I. So,
liked.
I mean, that is, literally that bottle right there. So
that's cool.
It was drunk many times over watching your all's podcast. By the way, don't inhale. He is smoking the Oliva V. And it's not a cigarette, it's a cigar. So, Mick, go ahead. Question number 9. Let's go ahead and finish this up. Question number 9.
All right. Number 9, one that I also rewrote tonight.
Oh, shit.
What is the weirdest thing? I'm a little scared by this one, too. What is the weirdest thing you've ever eaten? And it wasn't weird when I wrote it, but now it is.
Yeah.
So I
it's weird.
Look at the comment.
Asshole.
Seriously? That's not weird on him. He's done it many times.
And you have to.
Not just to me.
Okay.
Homer's like me. We keep
And
saying-
question number 9.
Okay. Was that really the question?
What is the weirdest thing we've ever eaten?
He hasn't got it out yet. He's
Okay.
like dying.
Thank you.
What is the weirdest thing you've ever eaten? Yeah, that's it.
That's the question.
Go ahead. You eat
You're
weirder shit than me.
You're changing your answer.
I'm going to, yes.
I'm going to take this to heart. I love eating.
Asshole. My asshole.
I love eating different
You're
things
shitty.
from anything that I've never had. I explore
Assholes.
lots of varieties of meats.
Asshole. Oh, meat, huh? She loves the meat.
Okay, see, Are we in high school?
Cock meat.
What does he like to eat? God only knows.
What's the weirdest thing?
Actually, he doesn't like to eat very much. He's very basic
Damn,
in his eating.
I don't eat seafood. And the weirdest things
He
are seafood.
doesn't eat anything that's different.
So I
He
won't eat.
keeps to the white man
No clapping.
breed.
So I don't like anything that spent the majority of its life in water. And I feel like that's the weirdest shit made. So, and I don't like gamey stuff. So I don't like deer, venison.
So
and
how
elk.
much does he go down? Not very often.
I will if you want me to. She says don't do it. I'll eat tuna all day long. Tuna between
You
the
hate
legs.
tuna.
Tuna between the legs.
Keep going.
I'll eat a fucking fish taco.
He hates fish. He hates frog. He hates
I've never
buffalo.
tried fish. Taco. Frog. I never tried frog.
Frog.
And I do.
Okay.
I did
so
not
let's go on
expect
with
this. I'm so sorry.
question. Did you want this answer? That's what
Yeah.
it is.
So
Cool.
let's be serious. So I don't eat anything that spends the majority of its life in water. So I don't like gator. I don't like duck. I will eat them, but I don't care for it. I hate any fish, any seafood, anything like that. I hate it.
While he eats it, he goes,
I don't like, and Amy will tell you, I hope you will tell you, I have given it a damn good college try. Have I not?
college?
Yeah.
Why
it's
is it
just-
college?
It's just a saying. It's a saying.
Because you're young and you just do
I
it.
guess. I don't know. It's college try as an effort. I have tried a lot of seafood for you, have I not?
Oh yeah, he's tried.
And I don't like it. So the weirdest thing I've ever ate,
Oh shit!
I would have to say calamari.
You hate calamari.
I hate it, but I've tried it.
Me
and I know
too,
that's
bro.
kind of normal for
Me
everybody
too.
else. So what's
I don't
so
love
Amy
it.
would be the best to ask that question because she is
I already answered
she will
it.
eat
I eat everything.
everything. So what's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten
I'll eat fish all day long.
out of my butthole? What do you like? What is the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
Weirdest thing, I've ate it all.
Chocolate tube steak.
I've done the chocolate tube steak. What's that?
Black dick.
Oh my god. Okay, what's the next freaking question? I can't do this. Get the cooter stew in Louisiana? What? I want to try frog in Louisiana. Frog is good. Not really. Homer plays it too straight. It's fun to see them both get loose.
I thought we always got loose on our
Yeah,
lives.
yeah. He's definitely not gay. He's
All
not
right.
eating any tube steak,
All right, Mick.
chocolate steak. Is that what you said?
Chocolate tube. Amy loves a chocolate tube steak.
It's
Love it.
bigger.
Way bigger.
All right. Is there anything?
Last question.
Where's your wives?
Last question.
I
So
think Mick.
I mean-
I don't think Mick can go on anymore.
we're both dying over here. So a little bit of a serious question. It's my final question I asked everybody.
Okay.
What is the best piece of advice you have ever been given?
Oh, that
Nothing.
we have ever.
Nothing.
Are you
I
fucking
have
full
great
of
advice
shit?
to give, but I don't have any given to me.
All right. So if nobody's ever
arrogant is
given
that?
you, so if
Nobody gives me advice. They don't like me enough to care.
all right. So
Somebody
what
just
is the
showed you how
best
to
piece of
smoke a cigar.
advice that you could give somebody else?
No,
Amy, go first.
no. I'm going with the other
That's
Question.
fine. Go ahead.
because
There you go. Either one.
You've been given a lot of advice.
Not good.
You just don't listen.
I don't.
Um,
Anything my wife tells me is the best advice I've ever been
to
given.
shut your mouth.
Amen.
I think my best advice was given by my mother-in-law. Never.
My mom.
No.
Wonderful person.
Yes. Who has said,
I may not want to hear this.
you might not. Just because you don't like them doesn't mean that they can't give you something, that you can't take something from them. Say someone you can't stand, they've done everything awful to you, and yet you need to see them in a different light. They can always teach you something. And I know that it sounds corny and all, but every time that I look
No, I
at
think it's
someone
great what you're saying.
that
I do believe. I think I'm not messing around.
Okay.
I think
Someone who you don't like, don't judge them. Look at them for something else, and they can give you something that you can't learn. And I 100%, and it's been quite a few years now, that I do not judge anybody for anybody, because we've been there, we've done it, or we're going to go through it. So stop what you're doing and just give them the, you could say words better than I can.
benefit of the doubt.
No, not even the benefit of doubt. They've already done it. So just learn from them.
Just take it in.
Take it in, breathe it in.
Be patient.
Be patient. God, I wish I could rephrase that in a whole different way, but
I
his
think-
mom can say it way better than I can.
I'm gonna just fill this in for her, and I may be wrong, and if I am,
I think that we've learned in our life, and the older we get, is that we all don't have it right. People have been to jail, they've been through mental issues, they've been through divorces, they've been through drugs and addiction, and we haven't been there. And if we have, we're not saying it. Let's just learn from each other and not judge.
yeah, good job.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
because we haven't been there and probably gonna be there one day. So shut the fuck up.
I have 3 things I need to say on that. I have a wonderful wife that is very intellectual, that has learned in her time to understand and appreciate. And she's a wonderful woman that when she was younger,
What is this, like
hold on.
marriage counseling?
When she was younger, she would be hastily
Yes,
react.
this is.
I feel like it is.
But in her time, she has learned to step back and listen. And she's a wonderful woman, and I love her and appreciate her and the way she has grown. And she's made me grown, and it's great.
Well, and I've done it all. I
She
have been
has.
in jail. I've done it all. And sometimes we're all quick to just do it. And we just need to relax and just remember that we're not all there yet. And we're probably going to go through it. Our kids are going to go through it. And we should all just breathe and get over it.
So I've got 2 pieces of advice I wanted. So
No,
one,
I thought you already did that.
no, I just appreciate.
No,
I was
He's
appreciating.
good. Let him go.
So I got 2 things. I want to say what I've learned and what I want to give. So one thing I've learned came from my father and my wife. And they were both at separate times, but they're the exact same lesson. And I'm going to say it in one way, for both of them to cover one, to not go too deep. And another couple guys at work, they all said the same things in different ways. And I'm going to say it in one way. My dad always said it like this: think before you speak. I had a friend at work, and Amy's never said it in a galvanizing way, but she says it in a way to me that is for my benefit, for her taking the time and the effort to look out for me, because I am the fucking fool that will say some fucked up shit. And she has always had my back, and no matter how much fucked up shit I say, she will sit. She may not say nothing. She may sit back and just be like, when this camera goes off, she'll take me to the side and say, that was dumb.
That's a good woman.
But she doesn't do it in front of people.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good woman.
So we put it together with I had a couple people at work, a couple people, my wonderful wife and my father
And your mother.
and my mother. They're all wonderful people and have always had looked out for me and always had my back. And it's think before you speak. And I had a good friend at work that said, think about a personal editor that is sitting at your teeth with a fucking printer or a typewriter and says, he's your editor, and says, maybe you should say it this way. You want to say this and go ahead and say that, but let me change it up for you just a hair so it's not so abrasive. So think before you speak. Don't say fucked up shit when it's not needed. And always have a wonderful wife that has your back at no matter what. If you don't have a wife, if you're married and your wife calls you the fuck out for the stupid shit you say in front of people, dump that bitch in a heartbeat because she doesn't have your back. I have a wonderful wife that will give me that fucking side eye and will whisper in my ear and say, maybe you shouldn't have done it that way. And then my advice is listen to your mom. And Charles, in our other world we don't speak about.
Yep.
Everything I say is
somebody's listening to.
Yeah.
Listen to your mother. Listen to
I
your
get you.
father. You may not think they have your best interest at heart, but when they say something, take it in and appreciate it, because you need to listen to what they say and execute from there.
So you guys gonna go rewind this and ask us when we're sober?
So this is live. So there's no rewinding, but we could ask you at another time when you jump on here with us. So
well, we appreciate it all. It was fun.
Amy, I am going to leave this up to you. This is all Amy.
Oh no.
Okay. This isn't Amy to answer. This is Amy to decide.
This has only happened twice in the Real Smoke podcast history.
So,
twice.
All right.
Twice.
So this Josephus has asked this. We've had a couple of people ask this one, and you've seen the comments that shows the gorilla.
The gorilla?
So this is a very like this one right here.
Uh-oh.
This is a very interesting question.
Okay.
Norman in the house.
This would be a question that Mick would get to ask. It's a bonus question.
Okay, I'm up. Let's do it.
Uh-oh. Okay. Well, I tried. I can't say any. I warned you.
Oh, but
you
said, would you rather? What would I rather?
Oh,
okay,
you would rather. So, both of you have to answer. And Mick, this is one of the ones that I even like step back from and go, I just drop my head, and Mick gets to laugh and ask. There you go.
You ready?
You
Bonus
guys have
question.
to be on live with us. Go ahead.
Bonus question. Would you rather be jerked off by a silverback gorilla or jerk off a silverback gorilla?
Okay, hold on. Would I rather jerk him off or him jerk me off? Right? Well,
Yes.
a silverback gorilla has some great big fingers.
Yep.
Well, if he's jerking me off, it has to be fingers,
So
right?
that means, are we getting?
Because if I jerk him off, it's my
So would
hand.
you rather? Let me clarify.
Hold on.
Would she rather
We
jerk
gotta
off
clarify
his tiny
this.
little dick, or her get finger banged by his big ass fat gorilla hands? Because those
Okay,
are big.
so
I mean, you got to make sure this is right.
It's more a male question than a female, but you can both be glad. to
No,
answer,
you can
so-
jerk off a woman with
Yeah,
fingers.
You
finger
can.
banging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you
I'm
can.
obviously he's doing me. I'm not getting any pleasure me doing him.
Now the main event. Homer, go ahead.
Oh God. Do you whoa. Let me rephrase this. Do you want his big hand going like this? Or do you want your little hand going on his big thing?
No, he's got a little tiny. Gorilla's got a little tiny ding dong.
How do you know? It's
I've
a
watched
silverback.
the goddamn
How-
Discovery Channel.
Do you guys? He's watching the silverback on porno going on.
Discovery Channel.
Okay.
Thanks, Mick. Thanks. Just saying.
So I know the answer. Amy
you
would
know
rather
it.
get fucking finger banged by a gorilla's
Yes,
hand
sir.
that is like 7 times bigger than my dick. And I would rather jerk him off because he'd probably jerk my dick off, like gone, like just pull that son of a bitch right the fuck off my body. So I don't want that. If I
So
had
you're
to,
gonna jerk him off.
yeah, I mean, why not?
Okay.
Just jerk him off on your face, and I'd be like, oh, awesome.
Honesty is the best policy. I'll take it. It's great, man. It's great.
That's the dumbest. That's the fucking weirdest shit I've ever been asked in my life. God, I mean,
You're
I get
welcome.
her. mean, there's some big old fucking.
Welcome to the
fat
Real Smoke
midgets.
Podcast.
I mean, like fucking just pound that shit away. Like she'd probably love the fuck out of it. Me, I don't want to do either one.
Whatever woman says they don't want to be jerked off by that, they're insane.
I mean, have you seen the size of a fucking gorilla's fingers? They're huge.
Yeah, it just takes one
You'd
finger.
probably grab my little wiener and yank that bitch right off and eat it. That's just weird.
All right. Oh, so Tom Morrow. Oh no, Tom.
Tom, where's it at? Oh shit.
So if everybody doesn't know who Tom Morrow is, Tom, we've been drinking to you. Of course, he has to come in at the very end and says, "Wow, horrible timing to pop in." Cheers, everyone.
Dude, hey, Tom, we promoted LF Distilling Bloodlines.
Tom, don't watch this.
At the beginning.
Yeah,
of this,
Tom, I hope you enjoy.
Tom, watch the rest of the show. And honestly, I want
God.
to try your bourbon for real. Like, I'm sorry that you jumped in now.
Wait, is Tom? Is this his bourbon?
Tom is the national marketing director of LF Distilling Company, and he is an amazing person. And he was started out as a brand ambassador, and he is the one that sent out hundreds of samples of LF Distilling Company to a shit ton of
And got them started. Got them going.
YouTube channels. And he just recently, if
Damn.
you guys had the opportunity to watch, we did a video with Tom and Darren Dillo, the owner of LF Distilling, just a few weeks ago. And yeah, you guys, Tom's the man. Tom's the shit. And
You guys,
so
all these
Tom,
people
if you-
just jumped in.
Yeah, look at all these people. So,
Why
Tom,
now?
if you're on here, go check out the podcast. Go like, subscribe. We'd love to have you on there. If you are interested in us talking about the product, we would. I mean, as somebody who grew up in Kentucky, would love to try out your product. So, if it's something that you would like to do, reach out to us.
so
but
Tom,
we just
Tom,
October.
so
I'm in October.
I'm gonna do something I normally would not do. And Tom, if you want to text me and tell me to shut the fuck up, please do it. But Tom, I'm gonna ask you right now, send these guys a couple samples of your stuff.
And Tom already said he'd get you some. He already said it.
Yeah. So
And Tom is very good at his word. He's always there, and he is right on top of everything. Obviously,
Charles. I don't know how you guys got Charles. Put an email in there so Tom can get. You guys can get with Tom, or Tom put an email in here so they can get with you. So you can send them a couple samples, and they can try them and
Mick,
review them on there.
Do you want to put that in there, or do you want me to put mine in there?
I'll get him after the show.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
so everybody else that's on here, make sure you go and visit Tom Morrow, or
100%.
just check out the I keep wanting to stay.
LF Distillery. Goddamn, Tom. You know I keep fucking.
Tom,
this
Hey,
up.
Tom,
You know what I'm-
put the
LF
information in there.
Company.
Tom,
Yeah.
put the information on there, where they can find you out on there. We'll post it up on the screen so everybody can see it.
Dude, I'm
Valerie's
telling
on here. What's up, Val?
you, the Limestone
Wow.
Farm LF Distillery is some good stuff. You guys got to give it.
There you go. LF Distiller, LF Heritage Distillery
Yes.
or Distilling.
You can get it on Bourbon Outfitters.
Well, you can if you can get shit shipped to you. So
That's
we
true.
can't. So I will say this. I want to say huge thanks. You guys did a lot. You guys went through our this and that, and you went through our Hotbox questions. We had a good time with you. I will say my favorite thing about interviewing you all is exactly what I'm seeing right now. Amy is laying on your shoulder. You both are smiling. You can see the love between you guys. That is everything that I look and want in my wife and I. So to see that you guys are not only that enthused about what you all are doing, but you guys are enthused about what you guys are doing together. So that makes me extremely happy. And that's what we're wanting to push out here, because everybody on your channel gets to see who you are when you're doing deck night. People get to see what you're doing when you're posting stuff. They got to see a lot about who you are, as a couple, not who you are as deck night. They got to see who you are as a couple. And I appreciate that. So let everybody on here know how they can follow you. Let them know how they can reach you if they want to follow you on Instagram, YouTube, whatever you want anybody to know about you all. Go ahead and let everybody know.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know what our so let me go here. Amy's Twitter or X is Bourbon Babe. Honey, I don't even fucking know.
Norman, hi Norman. How's your wonderful marriage to Amy?
Mine is at Homer Hayes on Twitter, X, Instagram. Fuck me, Deck Night on the Rocks. TikTok is DN on the Rocks, and YouTube is Deck Night on the Rocks. Yeah, and
just come see us.
Let me follow up quick too. So I love the back and forth between you guys. Like that truly made my night. You guys truly. It's pretty obvious that you guys enjoy what you do and you have fun, and that's what this podcast is all about. And we've been wanting to kind of bridge that gap between the bourbon community and the cigar community, because it's always been kind of the same thing, but it's not been the same. You guys are one of the first that we've really. I mean, we had an episode with Penelope a few weeks ago that was awesome, but truly, you guys are amazing, and we love your content and everything you guys are putting out. And any way we can support you guys in the future or anything you guys have coming up, like, let us know. We'll help support you guys. Anything that we can do to push you guys out. But Deck Night and the Rocks, if you guys aren't following them, follow them now. And we appreciate everything you guys are doing. And truly, anything we can do in the future, let us know.
Agreed. Everybody go and follow. Make sure you guys keep teaching us how to smoke a cigar.
Yeah,
that was the highlight of our night.
And teach me how not to taste ass for 3 days.
Yeah.
Because I'll smoke more cigars if I don't taste it for 3 days.
So
but we appreciate you guys. Thank you for inviting us.
What I need to do is I will come up there and we will do a podcast either from our channel or your channel, and we'll bring up some cigars and we will sit there, drink whiskey, have cigars. I'll bring Jennifer and we can all enjoy it.
Yeah, we need to make that happen. You come out here, we'll get on the deck, we'll do a live stream from here. I don't give a shit for our channel, your channel, however you want to do it.
You're coming from Memphis, right?
No, he's coming from Newport, and he's Memphis.
Yeah.
It's like a 6-hour drive.
I doubt he'll come out here, but we can do this and stuff. So Charles, you come to the deck, and then we can.
Yep.
He takes things so literal.
Live stream.
Well, we appreciate it. Thank you so very much. I'm sorry if we drug out your.
No, it's
you guys.
We had a
amazing.
great time.
Amazing. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for doing what you guys do best, and that's just being you guys. And that's one thing that the whiskey and the cigar industry needs to understand is we all just need to be who we are and don't need to be pretending to be somebody else. So thank you guys 100%. For doing what you guys do.
Yes.
All right, there it is.
Thank you.
Much love, guys. See you guys.
All right, you guys have a great night, and we will talk to you soon.
Yes.
Peace. I don't really have any words to say after that one, but that was awesome.
It was incredible. We had no path on that one, and it was fun. It was awesome.
I will say that, as I always say, another great night to end up with episode 38. We had Homer and Amy with Deck Night on the Rocks. Two down to home good people that are just genuinely honest about who they are, what they do. They don't try to hide who they are. They don't try to hide their personality. They are just 100% them. And if you did not get that from, the episode tonight, then you were watching something else. So
Yeah.
Doug said, Doug. So I miss Memphis. I lived in Lakeland. Awesome.
Oh, fuck
So stay tuned for a little bit later. If you miss Memphis, we have a segment called Meanwhile in Memphis that talks about all the crazy shit that goes on in Memphis because Mick currently lives that way. So Valerie's on here and she says, oh my God. So Greg's on here, says you guys can get your airbags or your air back or might need some oxygen tanks from laughing. I will say that at one point I thought I was going to hyperventilate because I was laughing so hard.
One of the most I've laughed in any episode. Like, yeah, it was awesome.
It's the most.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it will probably be the next one that gets us canceled.
Probably.
Just saying.
Yeah.
There's a good chance because there was more crazy shit that went on this one than went on Boofy's.
It was. Yeah.
But awesome and incredible. Fall short of describing this episode. Thanks, man. Hayes Gray is just cracking up. And Norman says Homer and Amy are sorrow of the earth, as true as you can be. They've been nothing but nice to me and my wife since day one. 100%. Since the first day that I met them, which was a couple of years ago. I actually met Amy before their show ever even started. Before I even met them, Amy was the sweetest person in the world to me. And, you know, we talked and had a great time and got to talk about what's in our industry. Josephus says they seem like a type of couple that most couples strive to be. 100%. 100%. I mean, they are a couple that will dish it out to each other, but not get pissed off when they do. I love the fact that you can see them dive in and just jab at each other, but they don't get pissed off about it. You can, I mean, I said that my favorite part was watching Amy after everything that happened. Amy was just laying her head on his shoulder. You can see that she honestly, you know, there is love there. And I love that about people like that. Valerie says, Rue and I have to do a replay. We hopped on the last few minutes or we missed it. Val, girl.
Yeah, you need to tune in.
Yeah, you need to watch it.
Tune
in. Knowing you, you're going to love this episode. So
they were incredible. It was one of the most I've laughed in an episode since we started this. So yeah, it was a great night.
I honestly don't know if I've laughed that much in an episode, period, because there were times that I had to actually cut my mic off because I was laughing so hard I was crying.
Yeah, it was perfect. We could not ask for a better night. We try to we never script an episode, but we try to guide it along the way. We didn't guide shit tonight. It just went where it went.
No,
and it was a great night. It was a great night.
All right, so we have a couple of segments left. We do have the cigar review by Cigar Army. We have prizes to give away. We do have something. Katie Cigars is our sponsor for that one. They're giving away their third out of 4 cigar packs. We do have some cigar news and Meanwhile in Memphis. So we do have a few little things to cover up. I know we've gone a little long tonight. It was just really hard to cut off an episode where it was just, I mean, I don't know how to describe it. It was just fun.
Fucking awesome.
It was funny.
It was
funny. So I will say that the next one that we have to get into is Cigar Army. So we do have a cigar review by Cigar Army, and let's go into that one. So the Cigar Army and Sanja's Smoke Shop are teaming up to present Christmas in July, a Toys for Tots event. This event is happening this Saturday, July 26th at Sanja's Smoke Shop from 2 p.m. to 7. Your $100 ticket gets you your hands on some premium cigars, catered food, soft drinks. This is also a BYOB event, So feel free to bring your favorite bottle. Best part is proceeds go directly to Toys for Tots and their incredible programs that are helping kids in needs. There will be raffles, swags for purchase, and a 50-50 drawing and more. It will be a great way to enjoy the summer, connect with the community, and make a real difference. So mark your calendar for this Saturday, July 26th. Come out, light up, and give back. So real quick before we go into the cigar review, this is the last few days for this event. If you guys haven't signed up to get your packet, please go ahead and do so. If you are interested in just giving to the event, reach out to Cigar Army at, what we said on here. You can go check them out on Instagram at Cigar Army 3. Go check them out. If you just want to give something to donate to the cause, I'm sure they will be more than willing to work with you on that. So huge thanks to Cigar Army for all that you do, and we hope that this event is very successful.
Yeah, you stole everything I wanted to say about Cigar Army, so I'm just going to say, yeah, if you have a few extra bucks, donate it. There's a few different ways to donate on their Instagram page, and yeah, it's well worth doing. So cigar review.
Yeah, boy.
All right. So tonight we smoked the Pastania San Andreas. Yeah, John, I got you. So aroma from the body, I got woodsy, like a soft cedar, a little bit earthy. Aroma from the foot, I got earthy, natural tobacco, light pepper. Taste from the cold draw, I got dark chocolate, natural tobacco, a little bit of raisin. First third notes, I got black pepper, dark chocolate, baker spices, and out of the baker spices, I'd say mostly I got cinnamon, a touch of cedar, vanilla, and retro. I got light black pepper and hot cocoa, like the chocolate and cocoa on the retro. Second, third notes, I got black pepper, a touch of pecan, a little bit of dark chocolate, toasted cedar, vanilla, coffee, a little bit of baker spices. Retro, I again got a touch of black pepper and some chocolate. The final third notes, I got light black pepper. It became more creamy in the final third. That sounds like a Devin thing, or from an earlier conversation. It became more creamy. Dark chocolate, coffee, and vanilla. It was kind of like a mocha latte because I got the creamy, dark chocolate, coffee, vanilla. There was still a touch of cedar. And then on the retro, I still got a little bit of black pepper and the cocoa, baker's chocolate. Overall, I got a pre-let experience of a 17 out of 20. Flavor enjoyment, 14 out of 15. Construction characteristics, I got a 27 out of 30. Smoke production and final thoughts, 33 out of 35. I gave us a total of 91. I think you're on mute.
All right, so a 91, that's not bad. I'm not sure if you're froze up or what, but it looks like you're kind of froze up. But cool. So you guys gave it a 91. So let's go into mine. So aroma off the body, barnyard and earth. Aroma off the foot, sweet tobacco and earth. Taste off the cold draw, peach, fruit cup. Got a really kind of light fruity cup kind of flavor and tobacco. On the light, black pepper, charred oak, slight chocolate into the first third notes. On the palate and retro, charred oak, black pepper, and a slight fruity sweetness. The retro picks up a lot of the black pepper on the sinus with dark chocolate and a slight citrus. Great draw, gives a lot of thick smoke. Smoke is slightly dry, but in a good way. Burn is fantastic. Ash is nice and tight. Long, savory finish. Full-bodied, medium plus in strength. Into the second, third notes on the palate is black pepper, mineral, salted cracker, and a slight fruity sweetness. The retro brings out notes of dark chocolate and slight fruit, earth, and a slight black pepper. All notes work well together, giving you a nice savory experience. Draw, burn, and ash are all great, smooth. Smoke is still slightly drying, but thick and full, full-bodied, full in strength. In the final thirds, flavors have turned all dark. Notes up front are black coffee, oak, a mineral, and a salty note on the retro. The retro is bitter dark chocolate, black coffee, mineral, and a slightly nutty draw, or slightly nutty flavor. Draw is still great. Burn is slightly off. Smoke is thick and full, but a little dry. Long finish, full body, full strength. So on this one, I give it on pre-light experience, I gave it a 19 out of 20. Flavor enjoyment, I gave it a 14 out of 15. Smoking, construction, and characteristics, a 29 out of 30. Smoke production and final thoughts. Smoke texture, gave it a 4 out of 5. Overall experience, 18 out of 20. Would I smoke it again? Hell yeah, 9 out of 10. So if you add that all together, it gives me a 93 for my total. So if you take Mick's 91 and put it with my 93, the cigar gets a 92 total. So Pastania San Andreas gets a 92 from the Real Smoke podcast. So that is our score. Mick, I don't know if you're on here.
Can you hear me?
Go.
Can you see me?
I can hear you. I can't see you, but I can hear you.
Why am I froze? What is going on?
Don't know. But you look like you're sleeping. I'm just saying.
I do, and I don't understand it. All right, so I'm gonna exit out and try it again.
So I will say that, we gave it a total of a 92. So guys, what I want you to do right now is while he does that and he exits out and comes back in, we do want to get everybody to make sure that you type in hashtag RealSmoke. We do have some prizes to give away. Tonight's prizes is brought to you by none other than Katie Cigars. If you want to go visit Katie Cigars, check them out on IG at Katie Cigars or online at katiecigarco.com. So make sure you type in the comments hashtag RealSmoke, and that will get you on board to make sure that you can win one of tonight's prizes. So what are we giving away tonight? Well, tonight we already gave away a great bottle from Date Night on the Rocks. So huge thanks to them for being able to do that one. Make sure that you get back in touch with us. That way we know, or you can get in touch with Deck Night and make sure that you get that bottle. But if you get that bottle from them, make sure when you post it in your Instagram or Facebook or whatever, you tag us as well as them. That way we can actually see that you got that on there. Tonight we are giving away a $25 gift card to Cigar Vault in Oakdale, as well as a 3-pack of cigars from Katie Cigars and a product from Beard Apothecary. So that is all 3 things. Now, I will give Mick the floor because he is back on here. Mick, go ahead and give the details of what needs to happen with all of those prizes.
Yeah, so if you win a prize, send me your name, mailing address, phone number, everything, all the normal stuff to me. If you have already won in the month of July, you are not eligible to win from that vendor. So if you've already won Katie Cigars or Cigar Vault or pretty much anything we've given away, Beard Apothecary, you are not eligible to win that prize tonight. So if your name happens to come up, we're going to spin again and keep it rolling.
So that being said, if you are for Cigar Vault, if Oksana, Greg, Angela Thompson, Rob, or Mitch, you are not eligible to win for the rest of the month for Cigar Vault. Katie Cigars, Rob, and Somsis, you are not eligible to win. And then Michael from Beard Apothecary, you are not eligible to win for that one. But you can win from all the other ones. So, well, I mean, I was going to say Rob, but Rob is now one for Cigar Vault as well as Katie. Brother, all you got left is Beard Apothecary, but you have won so many stuff from them. Oh, my goodness. What else would you want? But we're going to go ahead and spin it anyways. So that being said, let me go ahead and get everything set up like I always do. Let's see. Share screen. Giveaway tool. Share. Awesome. So, Rob, you were the one who won the Deck Night on the Rocks giveaway. You are able to win, everything that else is on here. Now, once again, we have to say that if you do not see your name on this, StreamYard has told us that your name has been entered if you typed in the right hashtag, even if you don't see your name. So we can't control that one. Also, if you want to be entered in to win something from us, you have to be in the continental United States. Why? Because we cannot ship stuff to you without getting it broke into by customs. Just saying it nicely. All right. So the first one that we want to give away is the $25 gift card from the Cigar Vault. So let's go ahead and spin that one and see if we get somebody who has not won yet. Remember, it's Oksana, Greg, Angela, Rob, and Mitch. You can not. Oh, and it is Rob.
Spend it again.
Brother, we are completely sorry for that one. Would love. And it looks like I died out. But here we go. Rob, sorry about that one, brother. Here we go again. I wonder if it's going to be like it's going to pull the same person up again. I told you it did it again. Rob, it loves you. It's pulling up this one. Oh, my goodness. Stanley E. Wagner. Brother, you have about 30 seconds to post in there that you have won this one. Guys, make sure that you hold off on letting us know that you want to congratulate him. But Stanley, let us know that you're in here. Post in here that you are on here, and we will figure out how to get your information. You have about 30 seconds. So we had a good episode tonight. So that was absolutely insane. Just saying.
Yeah, I'm excited to listen to the replay of this. I don't listen to all of our replays, but I'm going to listen to this one because it went completely off the rails, man. What a great night. It was a good time.
I would like to say, how many times did it go off the rails?
Yeah, I can't even count, man. It was awesome. And it was kind of like the Boofy episode because you kept trying to get it back on slightly, and I kept promoting them not getting back on the rails. So it was a lot of fun. Do we not get a Stanley yet? No?
Nope.
Nobody?
So Rob says, I tell Holly all the time, I can't help that I'm so lovable. Yeah, I mean, obviously. So 10 more seconds. What do you think?
8, 7, 6, 5.
Here we go.
4.
Uh-oh.
3,
Oh no.
2.
There he goes. Here
Spin it
we go
again,
again.
Jeeves. I see Val and Pedro in there. They're our buddies.
And the winner of the Cigar Vault. You just said it.
I called that shit, man. There it is.
Pedro.
Come on, Pedro. Tell me you're still with us. Come on, my brother.
Tag
from
Real
another mother.
Spro.
Do not make me do the countdown for you. Yeah?
Pedro
Okay.
says
All
he
right.
is here. So, Pedro, what I need you to do is send Mick on the podcast channel your mailing name, address, phone number, and email address. Make sure that it is your mailing name, address, phone number, and email address. And
yeah.
he will send Cigar Vault all of your information.
Congrats, brother. Congrats, man. I'm excited
So
for
you
you.
get some good cigars. So the next one is a 3-pack of Katie cigars. Remember, Rob and Somsis, you're the only 2 people that cannot win, but everybody else is able. How much you want to bet Valerie's going to win? Come on,
I'm calling
Val. You can
This
do
is
it.
Val.
If she wins, it's going to say that we set it up to happen this way, right?
If you're not following Hayes Gray Cigar Vixens, do it right now before this thing's done spinning. Go.
Do it. So the winner of the Angela Thompson,
Nice.
she won something from Cigar Vault. Angela, you have about 30 seconds to respond that you're on here and you can win something. Angela says she is here. So, Angela, do us a favor. Go ahead and send it to the podcast page, your mailing name, address, phone number, and email address, and we will get your information out to Katie Cigars for our 3rd out of 4 cigar packs. We have one more coming up in 2 weeks. We're doing every other week. So we have one more coming up in 2 weeks. So, Angela, do us a favor, send out that information.
Congrats, Angela. Well done.
All right, so we have one more going on, and that is something from Beard Apothecary. What is it? I have no clue. I'm going to reach my hand in a box that John has given me, or Tanya, who is our favorite Aldi. I'm going to reach my hand into a box and pick out something that's in there, and whatever it is, you will receive. So if it just happens to come to you, and if it is a young lady who happens to win this one, I am sorry, but if you want to give it to one of your gentleman friends who happens to have a beard, that would be great. If you do not have a husband or gentleman beard or gentleman friend who has a beard, tell them Happy Mother's Day for us. So
That's right.
One more time, we are giving away some item from Beard Apothecary. So that is going on right now. By the way, you cannot be Michael, who won it this month already. So who is it going to be? Greg. Greg is the one who won this one from Beard Apothecary. So Greg, if you are I think it's funny that Valerie says it's hers. I hope she wasn't talking about Beard Apothecary because she doesn't have a beard. Happy Mother's Day at Paul, whoever. But
I love it.
That's how I pronounce that one. Greg says he is here. Greg, do me a favor. You can either send it to me or Mick, because if you send it to Mick, he's going to send it to me because I got to mail it out. Mailing name and address. That's all I need. So go ahead and send that out. I already got everything out for all the stuff this week. So everything for this week and next week will be mailed out next week. So it'll be about a week and a half before it gets mailed out. But Awesome. So Greg's in all that stuff. So let's go ahead and jump into some comments really quickly. Get You in Zip says, oops. Congrats, Greg. Val says, oh, I was. She says, I use Aldi stuff in my hair. That's what his wife says.
That's I don't know where we're going here.
Yeah, I just don't know. Paul says, thanks, Daddy. Again, I don't know where we're going here.
Yeah, me neither.
But you're welcome. You're welcome, baby.
Love it.
So congratulations to Pedro for winning tonight's Cigar Vault prize. Congratulations to Angela Thompson for winning Katie Cigars prize. Greg for winning Beard Apothecary's prize. And for our winner who won Date Night on the Rocks' bottle giveaway, I absolutely wish I would have won that one because
we're up.
I'm just letting you know that's a good pick right there.
Yeah, it is. What a great night, man.
So
couple last little things, man, to finish up on here, but what a great show again. We are so blessed with great people in the industry that support what we do, and things that we really try to promote, but also it's such a brotherhood and a sisterhood and a family, that we really put out there, and it was a good night again. Maybe not quite what we planned to put out there, but it was a great time, and I haven't laughed this hard in a long time. So amazing night.
Nah, I mean it was a great show. We still have a couple of things really quickly on here. We have some cigar and whiskey news, and meanwhile in Memphis, and we're going to close up the rest of the night. We're going to try to end this one soon because at 3 hours and 20 minutes, we are about 40 minutes away from me being maxed out on the space that we have to store information. So that being said, we have cigar and whiskey news brought to you by 13 Knives.
Hey guys, this is Robert over at 13 Knives, and I want to wish you a very happy Freedom Awareness Month from Middle Tennessee. And I want to tell you a little bit about the Bulldog cigar cutter. Ooh, pretty. Which I make in the shop right behind me. All my materials that I use are sourced right here in the United States of America. American made. America. I use 1095 hard carbon steel purchased right here in the great United States. I do not use foreign materials in my products. You know who else doesn't use foreign materials in their products? People like Betsy Ross, George Washington, and Davy Crockett. They did not use foreign stuff in their products. So if you love America and American-made things, come check me out on Instagram. XIII_knives_ on Instagram. That's 13 Knives on Instagram. I'm Fred Durst, and I approve this message. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling.
I don't know why I love that spot, but I absolutely love it.
What is that? Our third or fourth week? I can't even keep count, but
third or fourth week. So
it's still.
It was supposed to be the 4th of July, the promo, and it became one of the ones where people actually start asking for it again because they like it. So Robert has just like kept it going. So he's like, why am I messing with it right now when people like it? So
every week I'm like, all right, here's this episode, or here's this promo again, and I laugh every time. It's amazing, like everything about that promo. Like I wouldn't change it for the next like 2 months. I mean, honestly, it's the best promo. I'm not being a dick to everybody else, but it's one of the best promos we got. It's
awesome.
I love it.
I enjoy it.
Love it.
All right, so cigar and whiskey news. We have something from Half Wheel written by Charlie Madato. Go check out halfwheel.com. Get some of your cigar industry news. Illusione ships the Group of 5 SE one-off black and tan Toro. 2 new line extensions from Illusione has begun shipping to stores. Both cigars expanded on lines that the company introduced last year, each of which debuted as a single Vitola. One of the new cigars is the Illusione, the Group of 5 SE in a 6x56 Toro Extra. The Group of 5 debuted last year as a 5x52 Robusto size known as the RB. When it was announced, Illusione said there would be eventually five different Vitolas for the line. Blend-wise, the Illusione didn't disclose much other than to say that there is Nicaraguan Criollo 98 and Criollo 99 in the blend, and the blend is made up by Aganorsa in Nicaragua. The SE has MSRP of $18.60. Each cigar is wrapped in a teal-colored foil and comes in boxes of 15. While most Illusione cigars do not come in foil, the company has released other 6x56 Toros extras in cigars in foil. Also shipping is the new one-off black and tan Toro. It too is a second Vitola in that line that debuts last year in a 5x52 Robusto. And like the Group of 5, Illusione has not said much about the blend other than that it is used a type of tobacco that hasn't been grown recently in Nicaragua, and at least the debut Robusto was primed and aged in bales for 3 years. So the one-off black and tan measures about a 6x52. MSRP is $17.60 and comes in boxes of 10. So I will say Illusione is a brand that I do enjoy. What gives me pause is that it seems like they're getting into that line of the upper $15 to $20 cigars. I understand that it's a limited, but the average smoker is not going to reach out to go and grab a $20 cigar. They're going to stick with the $10 to $15 market. It kind of worries me that as somebody who enjoys the cigar, I don't want to reach out and do a $18, $17, $16 cigar. So, I mean, it could be fantastic, but the price point.
You covered it all, man. Like we've all said that $10 to $15 range is pretty much where everybody wants to be for a great cigar. And their cigars are great. I'm not saying I wouldn't buy it, especially at a herp with you when I'm drinking. I mean, it happens. We bought a lot of $20 to $30
It happens
cigars.
a lot.
Yeah. But I will say it does scare you a little bit and gives you pause when you're thinking about buying that cigar.
Yeah. I mean, I want to try it, but I'm afraid that I'm going to like it because I don't want to have a cigar that I absolutely enjoy and realize that it's going to cost me almost, I mean, with taxes and everything, almost $20 a cigar.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
So, anyways, Cigar Coop. We got this one from Cigar Coop. General Cigar introduces. We go to a cigar that is over $15, looking at closer to $20. So we're going to one that is under. So General Cigar introduces an under $10 Cohiba. Yeah, you heard me right. An under $10 Cohiba.
That's weird. Okay.
So the Cohiba Rubicon. In August 2025, General Cigars will launch Cohiba Rubicon, a new regular production line within the Cohiba brand. The Rubicon features 3 Vitola selections with each cigar priced below $10.
Okay.
A Cohiba under $10. Okay. So an interesting aspect of the Rubicon is its Ecuadorian Habana wrapper, which covers a U.S. broadleaf binder. Fillers consist of Dominican Piloto, Honduran tobaccos from La Entrada, and Jamastran, which is a Nicaraguan tobaccos from Esteli. While most of General Cigar's Cohiba line is produced in the Dominican Republic, Rubicon is manufactured at Honduras American Tobacco SA, or HATSA, in Danlí, Honduras. And if you know anything about who we are fans of and love, we absolutely enjoy Honduran tobacco. We are big fans of, the Triangle. We are big fans of Cavalier, which is out in Danlí as well. So conveniently, the Rubicon is offered in a 20-count box and is available in 3 sizes: Robusto pressed, or a box pressed Robusto, which you're going to enjoy, a Toro, and a Giante. Prices ranging from the smallest size, which is going to be $8.49, to the largest $9.49.
That's crazy, man. For a Cohiba.
For a Cohiba.
That's crazy. Wow.
The Cohiba Rubicon represents a thoughtful evolution of the brand's blending philosophy. Crafted at the esteemed Hatsa factory in Danlí, Honduras, the Rubicon embodies a dedicated commitment to complexity, balance, and a careful selection of global ingredients. Rubicon gave us the opportunity to offer a cigar without boundaries, says Sean Williams, Cohiba brand ambassador, in a press release. The blend was thoughtfully created with intentions. The result is a cigar that bridges tradition with more modern expression of complexity. It rewards the practice of palate while remaining accessible to emerging enthusiasts. All the cigars in the line will be priced below $10.
That's insanity. I'm interested.
So as somebody who has had a couple Cohibas and is like, okay, so you've got a good cigar. It's kind of like what we thought about with Foundations, whatever it was. It's a $40 cigar that was a great cigar for $15-$20.
Night
I would
Commander.
like to.
I gotta say,
Night Commander. So I would like to see, going off of a Cohiba, which I think is a great cigar, for half the price. I want to see what the Rubicon is when it's $9 and it's made in Honduras, which we enjoy.
Yeah,
but it's made by General and Cohiba. So I would like to figure out. I would like to see how that one rates.
I'll find it and I'll make sure we have that for a future episode. Yeah, I will write that down right now. Yeah, I got you.
So the last one is some whiskey news, and one of the brands that is out there that a shit ton of people love. They love everything that's made by Buffalo Trace. Whether it is Buffalo Trace, whether it is they're a Weller's fan, whether there is Elmer T. Lee, or it is a Blanton's or something like that. Buffalo Trace seems to be something that a lot of people love.
Yeah.
One of the whiskeys that's hated on a lot is Sazerac. Their Sazerac rye, for people who are rye people tend to shit on Sazerac rye a lot. I'm somebody who actually enjoys Sazerac rye, but Buffalo Trace announces Sazerac rye in 100 proof.
Ooh,
I'm all for this.
Okay.
So they say it's going to be a bolder, spicier rye crafted for cocktails. See, I thought Sazerac rye was a good whiskey for a cocktail anyways, but if you boost it up to 100 proof, I'm good with it. So in a press release, Buffalo Trace proudly announced in a new higher proof addition to its renowned Sazerac rye whiskey portfolio. the Sazerac Rye Whiskey 100 proof. Developed in response to a demand from bartenders and whiskey enthusiasts, this innovative expression is designed to offer enhanced flavor, versatility, and control in cocktail creation while maintaining a smooth, approachable profile that defines Sazerac's rye. After extensive development to ensure that the elevated proof complements rather than overwhelms the signature flavor, Sazerac Rye Whiskey 100 proof delivers a richer, more structured whiskey that stands up beautifully in bold and classic cocktails such as the Sazerac and the Manhattan. So the Sazerac Rye 100 proof was crafted specifically with bartenders and cocktail enthusiasts in mind, said Harlan Wheatley, master distiller at Buffalo Trace. With the renewed interest in classic cocktails that rely on rye whiskey base, we focused on ensuring that this higher proof spirit delivers complexity, structure without losing its signature profile. We are proud of the results, and we look forward to seeing the elevated cocktails around the world. So Sazerac has decided to go away from their lower proof whiskey, or their lower proof rye, I should say, and go with more of a medium. It's not a high proof rye, but it's more of a medium proof rye that's going to hold up to some of the whiskeys that they hope that people make cocktails with. So as somebody that enjoys a Sazerac rye, I look forward to drinking that one straight just to see what it's like.
Hell yeah. I'm still venturing into the whiskey world, man, and the bourbon world, but rye is kind of the way I've been leaning, man, and I'm excited to try it too.
I think it's going to be one that, I think we need to look for that one on the market, and we need to look for the Cohiba that's on the market, and not do them together, but at least try them out and see what they think, or see what we think about them. So, all right. So the last segment that we have on here is some Meanwhile in Memphis. But before we do that, we need to talk to the sponsor, Hayes Gray Cigars. Love Hayes Gray.
Every Hayes Gray cigar is handcrafted with care, using only the finest tobaccos sourced from around the world, with rich flavors and smooth draws that satisfy even the most discerning cigar aficionados. From careful selection of tobacco leaves to the final roll, we oversee every step to guarantee the best blends possible. Every Hayes Gray cigar is rolled with pride and purpose. Each cigar represents a different chapter in our Hayes Gray story. From smooth Connecticut finesse to dark richness of double Maduro, there's a cigar that fits your mind.
Meanwhile in Memphis, it's happening again. Meanwhile in Memphis, the sky turns wild. Stray gators and poles running free and wild. Some guys wearing mud boots with a suit on trial. Meanwhile in Memphis, let's stay here a while.
All right, so little Meanwhile in Memphis going on.
So I'm going to keep it kind of quick today. I got 3 quick stories, and I will say I think the heat may have kept the crime down a little bit this week. We had
no joke.
Yeah, people were too fucking hot to go out and kill people. So, that being said, meanwhile in Memphis, teen arrested after shooting his friend during an argument over a video game. Sheriff says.
Dang it, Bobby.
Memphis, Tennessee. A man is behind bars after shooting his friend in Tipton County. According to Tipton County Sheriff, this guy disputes... Jesus, I may have had a little too much bourbon. Deputies were called to the Bapton Tipton around 11:15 p.m. on July 22nd for a gunshot victim. Officials spoke to the man who was shot, and he told deputies that he was a friend. He was at his friend's house in Bringle Road when the pair began to argue. The argument turned violent. over a video game when the friend turned and grabbed a pistol and shot him.
Over a video game.
Yeah. All right. So let's break this
Meanwhile,
down.
in Memphis,
In a press release, detectives processed the scene, interviewed the witness, and found that a gun was used in the shooting. No shit. A gun was used in the shooting.
You use a gun in a shooting?
It's crazy. The dude was 18. He was arrested and charged with aggravated assault with injury and is in jail on a $1 million bond. I'll give him credit. They gave him a $1 million bond, which is way higher than it usually is down here. He is
$25.
due. Exactly. He is due in court on July 29th.
I think that's what they gave me.
That's he will eventually have to have his day in court, but I hope this is a witness statement. He will eventually have to have his day in court, but I hope he has plenty of time to reflect on the decision he made to shoot a friend over this disagreement.
No.
A decision that could have turned deadly. The victim is lucky and it appears he will recover in due time. At the bottom of this page, it says, if you know anything about this case or this crime or this shooting, call the criminal investigators at this number. What? Why would you even put this on his story? Like, they know the dude shot the dude. They have all the arguments. Like, it's crazy. Crazy.
Well, they say...
All right, so I really don't have much on this one, but I actually drove by this yesterday, so I had to put it in here. A Memphis fire department fire truck catches fire in Memphis on the interstate. Yeah. It sparks concern over the aging fleet.
God.
Yeah. So just the title of the story I had to put in there. I saw the fire truck alongside the road half burn up. There's really not a whole lot of good stuff here, but they have an aging fire department. Or the fleet is falling apart, and apparently the brakes caught fire, caught the truck on fire, and the fire truck caught fire, and it sparks concern over the aging fleet. It's pretty bad press, and I had to put it in there because I saw it yesterday.
So,
like I said,
what happens if they have all the fire trucks that are that aged and they're all like screwed up? So what do they do if they get to a fire? I've got an answer.
Gotta give him that huck to and spit on that thing. You get me?
I'm just saying, that's how you get rid of the fire.
It would help, yes. On a serious note, it says it would take over $20 million over the next 5 years to catch up on fixing all of the city vehicles.
Dang it, Bobby.
It's really bad.
I'm just gonna have to donate to them.
Yeah, it's really bad. All right, so my last one, as I've done a few times, I went to the Memphis Flyer. The Memphis Flyer. So this is worldwide news. It's a Memphis Flyer, and I enjoyed this one. So the title of the story is, Hey, Hey, They Said Naked. At a public bathhouse in Ichibon, South Korea, there were stickers on the elevator directing guests to the men's and women's bathhouses, which are on different floors. The Korean Jung-ang-hung Daily reports.
What was his name?
Jung-ang-hung Daily.
Oh, I bet he was hung.
He was. That on May 27th, a woman in her 20s entered the elevator around 2 a.m. and pressed the button to the corresponding women's bathhouse.
Was it the upside down pineapple button?
Yeah. But when she exited the elevator, naked, she entered the man's bathhouse. CCTV footage showed two men, believed to be in their 20s, switching the sticker in the elevator around 11 p.m. that showed which one was the men's bathhouse and the women's bathhouse. Police are tracking the suspects currently, but the guys were shown on camera laughing and pointing and saying it fucking worked.
No. You know what they were saying, don't you?
You gotta give him that huck too and spit on that thing. You get me?
So they switched the stickers in the elevator, and it worked, and they couldn't believe it.
You could see them like standing there and being like, "Huh, I don't know what's going on."
Dang it, Bobby.
Dang it, Bobby.
Amazing. So in Wonghung-sung, South Korea, it worked. And it's
Wonhung Lo, South Korea?
Yes. Amazing.
From what I hear, it's more like one was low, not so really South Korea. All right. So how'd you pull something off from South Korea?
It was on the Memphis Flyer. The Memphis Flyer is like a local news station, but they have a section. It's called News of the Weird, and it's one of my favorite sections. It's from all over the United States of crazy shit. So
it's their version of Meanwhile in Memphis.
It is, and it's a Memphis local, like a flyer that they put out like every month, and it's a lot of fun. So I pulled a story off there, and it was a good time.
Well, congratulations on some fantastic news, but really quickly, let's just say goodbye to some people. There's not a restaurant or lounge that would have kicked us out if we had done this in real life. I would say that we might have gotten kicked out of some of the things, but just saying. Great video, Rob. Yeah, 100%. Fred Durst for the win. Got to still be one of the best videos out there.
Yeah.
Did I miss Rob's piece?
Yes.
I hope not.
I hope not too. But
if you did miss Rob's piece, message him. He will show you a picture of his piece. Just letting you know. Cheers, friends and community. Oh no, 420. Samsa says $20. I don't know what he's giving $20 for, but
$20 is $20.
$20 is $20. Deck Knight's on here says we've got Blue Weller Cohiba. How is that one? I will say that if you paid full price for the Blue Cohiba, you paid too much for the experience you're going to get. If you were given the Blue Cohiba, then it's a great cigar.
Agreed.
Rob says you will like the Weller Cohiba. I agree. It's a great cigar. If you paid full price for or something above MSRP, which everybody wants to do, it's not worth it. He says, but don't inhale. Yeah, Homer, do us a favor. Try not to inhale this one. Just saying. Rob says, Rob, cigars are no guarantee. Oh, Deck Knight says that one. Also says, Sazerac rye is the world's ass. It's like a lot of everything subjective. I know you don't like Sazerac. I enjoy Sazerac. I think it's actually pretty decent. Try Hemingway rye. It's the tits. I love the phrase, it's the tits. Hemingway rye is absolutely fantastic. Do love that one. Deck Knight says Bullet rye is the best mixer for whiskey cocktails. Bullet is fantastic. Now, if you go into Bullet 10 year and anything above that, that is a great, neat drink. But regular Bullet is fantastic for just cocktail drinks. Mick, you won't be wrong going into rye. So he says you definitely need to go into some ryes. Samsa says, Deck Night on the Rocks bourbon reviews. Ever try something whiskey? I rewound and watched it. Ha ha ha. All right, guys. So huge thanks to everybody who watched this on here. We absolutely do appreciate you guys. Homer and Amy. I mean, damn, guys. You guys are absolutely fantastic on here. As a tag team duo who hasn't been on many other podcasts other than your own, I do love that you guys jumped on here. We had a great time. You guys were hilarious. Got to say that one.
Yeah, I want to thank you guys. I know it was my first time meeting you guys, and I hope to meet with you guys soon in person. You guys are both fucking amazing, and I usually say take time this week and smoke a cigar with someone you love, but I'm gonna just in honor of you guys take time this week and sip a little bourbon with someone you love, and just take that time out of your day. Take that time out of your day, and slow down, enjoy life, and
nice.
Yeah. Just enjoy life. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. Charles, thanks for everything you do, man. Much love. That's all I got.
All right. So next week, July 31st, we have the one, the only, the Cigar OG YouTube reviewer, the man who has been on the platform longer than most others been on here. We have Lee Mac 912 on here. So Leander, we have him on here. Cannot wait for that one. Know he's got great stories. Can't wait to hear about his journey through the YouTube cigar experience, because there have been so many changes into what he has done versus what we have done. We're new in the game. This guy is the OG when it comes to cigar reviews. So next week we do have Lee Mac 912. And we are going to be smoking the Brotherhood from Hayes Gray Cigars. So absolutely excited about that one. So I love what Mick said. Cannot echo that one more. Take some time. Take some time today to just, or over the next few days, slow down. Whether it's a pour of whiskey like our brother and sister over at Deck Night have, or it's a cigar from us, take some time to sit back, relax, and enjoy the moment that you're spending with whoever you're spending it with. And then next week, get on here and act like a fool and enjoy everything that we have to offer. So until next week, we hope you guys have a fantastic week, a fantastic evening, and we guys will see you on the next episode.
Peace.
The smoke is thick, the air is tight, cigars are lit, oh what a sight. Pour the whiskey, tequila too, this one's for Mick and Charles and you. Thank you for tuning in. The Real Smoke Podcast makes us all grin. You light us up, you keep us strong. Cheers to you, we raise the song. Conversations deep, the stories fly. Ashes fall, with spirits high. The gas is rolling, the penters flow. You've kept us burning, don't let it go. Thank you for tuning in. The Real Smoke Podcast makes us all grin. You light us up, you keep us strong. Cheers to you, we raise the song. From the flame to the end of the night, you're part of the glow, you're part of the light. Mick and Charles with a laugh and a grin. This flame burns bright cause you tuned in. Thank you for tuning in. The Real Smoke Podcast makes us all grin. You light us up,